hello, and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday right here at the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us if you're here live, and if you're watching sometime in the future, well, we hope you'll join us live for one of these someday.
Always good.
Yeah. Now, in the meantime, boys, I'm Dane Hennon, host. To my right, Levi Gates, host.
Ooh,
and
I love
to
that.
my left, Anthony Fisher, host.
Oh, Dane, thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Oh,
The host
always.
is hosts with the mosts.
Yeah.
the
We're the
most.
hostess with the, anyway,
Not
3 coming in a
host-
package.
hostess.
So, guys, housekeeping.
Okay, well, a little bit of
What's going on?
We're
housekeeping.
like a pair of zingers. A pack of zingers.
Is Zingers made by Hostess?
I don't know. Hope so.
I think
they are made by Hostess,
they are.
right?
So then the
I think
three,
that I think
three
that-
zingers.
I think we're 3 Twinkies is what we are. Never been done before in a 3-pack,
I
but
don't
we're
think
the
we could-
first.
Yeah, there are not many Twinkies.
Well,
in there.
somehow it was a factory defect. One snuck in there.
Sweet and cream filled, right?
That's
Just
right.
how I like
Lovely.
it.
That's right.
So jumping into this, I suppose some housekeeping here around the studio. We've been knocking out some videos every day. There's a lot of new and exciting things coming down the pipeline at theragcompany.com, which hopefully sooner than later. My hat is, I don't know what's going on with my hat.
It's weird,
So,
right?
yeah, I don't know what is happening.
I feel like
with
the
angle
cameras
of-
make our hats turn sideways.
All right, there we go. Back to the 90s, right?
Okay, your hairline's just receding.
It's not, Dane. Don't
Your
say
hat
that.
line is receding.
So here on the studio, we have some new products that we've been tinkering with and also filming a lot of content on.
Right.
Yeah.
And I would say here in the next month and a half, 2 months, there's going to be several new releases of things.
Getting people hype already.
Accessories. There's going to be some add-ons for maybe things you already own that are going to be kind of next level, right?
Yeah.
Kind of maybe game-changing, some might say. I
Oh,
don't wanna
well, careful
can't
throwing
throw-
those
can't-
words
I
around.
can't
People get
I-
mad when
I-
you do that.
I can't throw that around too loosely, but there's going to be some fun stuff for sure. And then
Agreed.
hopefully we'll have video content on everything by the time it's all out there. That's what we're doing right now, is trying to film, edit, and do all that. Testing's been done on a lot of these products for literally the last year or so on a lot of these. And so we're already signed off there. Now it's just a matter of getting everything rolled out. So on top of that, there are some new products available right now at theragcompany.com. If you haven't checked out our new products page, you'll be able to go there and see a couple of the stuff that we've trickled out, right? Specifically from brands like Detail Factory. There's some new Detail Factory goodies there that we are right now wrapping up content on. So if you scroll down here, Nick, we'll kind of show people a few different things that they may have not even known.
Probably didn't even know,
have
yeah.
on here. So we have, first off, there we go.
Yep.
Hold up. We have the Detail Factory Interior Scrub Brush. Now, this looks very similar to the Tire Scrub Brush, but this was created for interior detailing.
So it's a little softer.
It's actually quite a bit softer. I'd say about 50% softer. Now, where this brush is going to shine is not so much going to be on crazy tight fabrics. Like, it'll be okay on a fabric, but it's soft enough to where you're going to be able to use this on interior plastics without having to worry about scratching, and specifically textured plastic. So don't go and use this on your piano black trim and come after me. This is going to be.
I use this same brush this weekend with Cockpit.
Yeah.
And used it on that leather.
Yeah.
The Lexus leather, and on the door panels. It's a tan interior.
Yeah.
Cleaned up perfectly. Felt good in the hand. Got some good lather, good scrubbing. I was really impressed with it.
Yeah,
Good lubrication's important.
I'm not worried about it on leather. I think it'd be totally safe on leather. I mean, technically, this feels soft, even softer.
It's softer than the color lock
the
brush.
color lock brush. So it is 100% safe for that. Really, what you're getting out of this brush is going to be the ergonomics, and it's going to be just the comfortable. Yeah, how comfortable it is. The
very
rubberized
nice
outer edge on it, and it's going to match your other Detail Factory brushes. Just don't get it mixed up with your tire brush, because you don't want to do that. So tire brush has the gray bristles. This is going to have the black bristles. So if we can head back here, the next thing is going to be the hairbrush from Detail Factory.
Yeah, that looks fun.
I just did a video on this today, and here's one of the high points. Everybody's seen this style of brush around for years. The problem with those, the little fingers, super floppy.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
stiffened the
body.
rubber up on this, so it doesn't have that flop, and it actually grabs. We used this on a hairy vehicle, and it was just pulling dog hair.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I look at this and I go, It's perfect for those golden boys of yours on the couches.
This is that kind of brush for that kind of hair. This is definitely that kind of brush.
The longer dog hair to be able to grab and pull and get a lot of that out.
And we haven't had any issues at all in the 3 months or so we've had this brush. We haven't had any issues with it staining or like causing like black marks on anything, which is nice. Again, it's kind of soft. As long as you're not going in there and jabbing things, I think you're going to be totally fine. It does have the rubberized outer protector as well. So if you do rub that up against plastics, right, such as on a vehicle, it's not going to damage it, right? If you're using a pumice stone still, you are going to scratch the living hell out of those plastics. So you're going to enjoy the pet hair brush.
Or your fingers.
Or your fingers. So go back here, Nick, and then we're going to scroll down just a little bit further to the next Detail Factory product, which is a little further. And a little further. There we go.
There it is.
The Detail Factory Fender Well Brush. This is by far the biggest package that Detail Factory has ever produced, right? Yeah. People were joking around saying how it looks like it's 6 inches long. It is not. No. It is 1.5 feet long. This thing has some length to it. Now, what I like about it is that it does have the length and it does feel sturdier than, honestly, for what it's worth, our current long handle wheel brush that we sell, our long handle wheel body brush.
The difference is this is more dedicated. I would recommend this for hitting your tires that aren't that bad, hitting your inner fender wells, maybe scrubbing the bottom of the car.
This is a dirty jobs brush.
This is a true dirty jobs brush.
Suspension, coilovers, your shocks, your struts, fender liners, carpeted
engine
fender
bays.
liners, engine bays. It's meant for the dirty jobs, and it's going to be meant for areas where they're less prone to marring and or scratching. But what I like about the brush is that it's built to last. I mean, crap, dude. I could probably beat somebody down with that brush and then turn around and continue using it, right?
Yeah,
so
like a real Jack Reacher moment.
When you have those neighbors that show up and say, hey, mine next, right? Yeah. And you eventually snap, right? Like your eye starts twitching. Your eye starts twitching and you start hearing click, click, boom from saliva, right? Okay. You turn around and you start beating the living crap out of these people, right? And they're like, please stop, please stop. You're like, are you done yet? Are you done yet? And then you turn around and you say, all right, I got a job to do. And you get back to cleaning your fender wells. This is that brush.
Wow.
Comes in two different colors.
Comes in red.
Comes in red.
That's fun. I watched the movie
gray.
Cobra last night, and I think the bad guys would have totally used that black and red.
Yeah, they would have been like,
ting, ting. Yeah, totally. Just like clicking them together, and that would be pretty intense.
Yeah.
That would be just as intimidating. Yeah.
So, and for $20,
that's a freaking deal for $20.
That brush isn't going to break. That brush isn't going to wear down.
Honestly,
you're not going
to. You don't find brushes like that.
That's a brush for the rest of your life.
Inside thing, really quick. I don't that price. I don't know if that's correct. Honestly,
because we're all kind of looking.
I'm looking at it right now.
Let's say that's a good deal.
And
for that brush
I'm
right
thinking there's gotta be a price issue with that right now. So if you're
calling so much attention to it,
if you're watching this, take advantage. Head to theradcompany.com.
If it changes later, just understand that it probably was supposed to be.
I just wonder if that's supposed to be a 2 instead of a 1. Yeah.
I need to get me one of these.
Don't get me wrong. Even with the 2 in front, it's a deal.
Now, let's keep going down, Nick.
Keep going down. We're going down, Nick. Next up here, we got another one coming up here shortly.
Great products.
Oh, Coach Kemi headlight kit, right?
Yeah,
that's a great kit.
People were asking about that.
Available now. A lot of people saw the reel from yesterday. It is available. It's got the thermal pad, which is really cool, and of course, it's going to have all your sandpaper and everything you need to correct your headlights. Now, with this kit, a big question that I imagine, I got a couple times through the direct messages, was can you use this kit solely by hand?
You can.
You can. You are going to probably develop arthritis if you don't already have it.
Polishing by hand.
You may need shoulder surgery when you're done.
You absolutely can. Most of those sanding scratches are going to be able to come out with the wool pad and the hand applicator. You're just going to have to put some elbow grease into it.
It's a lot of elbow grease into it, but I mean, it's very doable. That's why it was developed. That's why the palm block is there for it.
So I do recommend, if you have a machine, though, just throw a couple of those pads on the machine. You're good to go. Not the sanding disc, but just specifically the polishing pads. Yeah. All right, so if we go back here and we're going to go to page 2.
I
Nick.
do love sanding with that block. It's quite nice.
We do have some wholesale case quantities of things. We'll scroll down a little further.
That's just a whole case.
And here we
there
go.
we go.
Last but not least, the
Yeah.
pet hair remover card. There is an individual one. You don't have to buy the case. We just must have passed it
Don't
up.
freak out at the price. That's a whole case.
Levi, talk to
So this
talk to
little
us.
guy, what I like is that you guys have probably seen some of these card style dog hair remover brushes, but basically that is a piece of rubber all the way around. I like that one side it's got 3 sides that are 90 degrees and one that's rounded, so you can get into more intricate places to get some of that dog hair out. And then on that top, it's got again that rubber cushion for the palm of your hand when you're holding onto it.
It
and
feels
it's
good.
shaped and it's very ergonomic, and that's one of the things I love about it. I don't like it's almost visceral when I grab something that I don't like feeling
Too
in my
thin.
hand.
It's like holding a piece of cardboard for a long period of time.
Yeah, it's like I feel something and I go, I don't want to hold on to that at all.
Yeah.
And so being able to grab something and go, oh, this is
Well,
nice.
it has the girth towards
Yeah.
the palm.
Yeah, it fits and holds your hand very well. I like girthy things right there.
Yeah.
And
More
so it
comfortable.
helps a lot better.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to clean. But again, this is one of those items like, dude, you guys can use these, buy these. The pet hair removers are great for at home if you have pets.
Yeah.
Clean your couches, clean your carpets. You can deep clean your carpets with some of this stuff where you go through it every couple months, especially if you got allergies or something. Deep clean those carpets and then vacuum them all up and get the extra pet hair that gets embedded into your carpets. Because weekly vacuuming works, but it's really the getting in deep, and that's what this stuff does.
Yeah.
Especially if you have like Anthony and Dane's vacuums that have blades in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so what's cool about the
Slice,
pet hair
gotta
there
slice.
too, the pet hair card, is that it's got those 2 holes right in the middle.
Yeah.
To hang it on your pegboard.
Yeah, pegboard,
That's
or
what
if you
it's
get
there
like
for.
one of those little hooks, then the command hooks that you stick in your pantry, or maybe where you hide where you park your vacuum.
Yeah.
You know, you set those up there. They've all got little hang holes on there, so you can put them up and then have them just ready to go whenever you need them.
You could also get a piece of Velcro, stick it to one side, and stick the other side of the Velcro to your vacuum. And so
that's
you
great.
have that pet hair card on you at all times
Yeah.
when you're getting that stubborn hair removed.
I like that.
So,
I like that.
Pretty cool. So again, new stuff coming at theragcompany.com, and there's plenty more that are going to be coming over the next couple months. We're really, really excited about a lot of these things. That's why we've been so busy this summer. Outside of that, Levi, we got something in the
Yeah,
mail.
one more thing though. You need to make sure that you're signed up for the newsletter
Oh, yeah.
because next week you're gonna want to be ready for it.
What?
Gonna be
Some-
upset.
something's
if it
happening.
Oh,
happens.
yeah. So,
You're gonna
that
want to be
thing.
ready for it.
Yeah, that one thing next week.
It's one of those things. So
okay.
we got some fan mail here to the Rag Company. You can always send your fan mail to Rag Company, 5430 West State Street, Boise, Idaho 83706. And this 83703. 83703. Sorry, 83706 is my.
Yeah.
Sent to my house.
That's sent to
East
my
Harmony
house.
Way.
This
Well, now we
is
know.
Oh, sorry.
from our friend Cayman Smith. Congratulations. He's graduating
Congrats, bud.
Auburn University.
Wow.
And
Amazing.
on the back, a little picture of his car.
Oh, that's fun.
with a little sign that says "Love your rags."
Yeah, that's very nice of you to
So-
do that.
Very nice. Gets to show us at least what he's doing. Says "Love your rags so much, Cayman." So Cayman, congratulations.
Thank you, Cayman.
We talked about it as a team.
You know, September 2nd. Amazing.
whether it's a graduation invite or maybe it's a
We've
wedding
gotten some
invite.
wedding invites before.
Here's the deal, right? Would we ever go to a wedding? Potentially.
You
right?
never know.
What if we showed up? That would be pretty
Yeah,
fun.
we technically showed up to Luke Berge's graduation party.
Yeah,
True.
technically, right?
True.
So we could do that in a lot more situations,
Yeah.
maybe.
So
Depending on
I'm not going to say it
distance.
won't happen. It's just, you never know.
That's right.
I will say,
What's gonna
Cayman,
happen?
your name is Cayman. Will you own a Porsche Cayman someday? That's what I
Someday
want to
he's
know.
washing Corvettes.
I feel
All
like
right.
Dane's gonna get a wedding invite, but they're gonna ask him to be one of the best man. The
I'm
best
going to be
man.
the
That'd be
official.
amazing.
I'm
What if
going to
we
be the
did
one
get-
actually like reading them.
Well, Joe Wetzel is gonna read.
You know, I can
his-
officiate.
Joe Wetzel's gonna redo his vows, right? And he's
Yeah.
gonna have Dane be there as the best man. And
Joe
that's
would be the one to try and make it
Yeah.
awkward somehow.
absolutely.
He loves doing that.
He would.
Yeah.
He'd guilt you in some way.
All right, everybody, here we go. It's Friday Eve. It's time to get your
Bam.
questions ready to go so that we can give you some answers.
How
With
about
first, Dan
them
Pfeiffer.
apples?
Good afternoon, and a word up from my garage in Minnesota, USA. Happy Friday Eve, TRC gang. I am doing a polish and a CSL EXO coating today.
Nice.
He says, I got my recent order and brake buster 1-to-1 in that eFoam Pro 12. It's magical.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing that you're running that through there.
That's heavy duty, bud.
I can't believe you're running that
Dan,
thickness there, Dan.
that's a little too thick in my personal
I'm not
opinion.
advocating for his use of Brake Buster in that way. I just love that he's using an eFoam Pro 12.
No, I am too, but I'm just saying I don't want his foam to get clogged up because he's running a little bit too thick. I enjoy thick things,
Running
right?
a little rich there,
That's
Dan.
a king of thick.
That is a little too thick. And then how do I get a bottle of you do super foam? So I agree with you. It does smell amazing. I wish that scent
Came
was
in a liter?
No, I wish that scent was in something that wasn't so alkaline. I mean, it's because I like using it, but I go like, okay, well, hit pH at 12, lie in it, or I think
you still got the shampoo bottle. You could pour a little bit in there and use it.
I know, but it's just like I don't need to be putting that much on my vehicle every time. Dino says, "Happy Friday Eve, guys. What is up? What's going on, Dino? How you feeling,
Dino?
man?" And then he says, have to watch this one later. I was helping my friend today clean plexiglass on his roof over the balcony. 34-degree Celsius day.
Hot.
I'm so tired that I can't even stand. Have a nice weekend, guys.
Jeez, man. Hope you have a good weekend. Rest up.
Stay cool.
Yeah. David Boyce saying, afternoon, everyone. I got my 4 Horsemen kit.
Very good. Yeah.
4 Norseman kit coming from the Rag Company. It arrives tomorrow. Enjoy it. Those are literally 4 really great products.
Crack that Silka open and silky,
town.
and then get to town. Luke Berge, I can't believe he is here
Man
right
of the
now.
hour.
It's Luke.
Typically, I would imagine that he's either trucking on the road.
He's the king of the AutoZones in Pennsylvania.
He's at the counter right now asking somebody year, make, and model.
Yeah, I wonder if they He says, we're going to try Q&A while working. I make no promises. Go for
I
it,
hear
Luke.
you, buddy. Thanks for joining.
Hans and loving that, saying, hello, happy Towel Day, people, all the way from the Netherlands. He says, Luke, better not let your boss see you typing on your phone, otherwise you might lose your TRC spending money. Luke says, don't worry, I sent the boss out on the road, so we good.
I'm sure he'll read this later and go, really?
Yeah. Luke's taking over.
That's right. Well, I said he's the king of AutoZones for Pennsylvania.
He is.
Ron says, hello, and a happy Friday Eve. What's going on, Ron?
Hey.
And then Alex Dubois, all the way up in Canadadia, saying happy Thursday and Friday Eve to my favorite people. Hope everyone is having a great week.
Thank you, Alex. We are having a fantastic week.
You know what, Alex? I got a place for you to stay this year.
Hold on.
You want to come on down?
I know. Hold on.
What?
I just forgot.
What?
Dane's house.
No, I didn't need to talk about this.
What's going on?
You asked me for a what's it called? A housekeeping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Grand Bastard Showdown.
Oh,
that's
right.
important.
That's a
we
big
need
one.
to talk about
Sorry.
that. Yes.
Sorry. Yes. I can't.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
How's that going?
it's happening.
Okay.
It is officially happening.
It was listed. It's posted.
So let me explain this.
6 of the best
for everybody that can. So people here, as my witness, can understand how this is planning out.
Okay.
So the Grand Bastard Showdown is a second chance, right?
Right.
The Grand Bastards that were runner-ups, right? That weren't the Grand Bastard of the
You
years.
personally invited, right?
Well, listen.
That's what you did first.
Listen. During our Grand Bastard program, every year there's always been a Grand Bastard of the Year, right?
Right.
Mr. Alex Dewar, Grand Bastard of the Year,
Correct.
right? He's amazing, right?
Justin Dean,
Zaya,
Grand Bastard
Grand
of the
Bastard of the Year.
Yeah.
Justin Dean, Grand Bastard of the Year, right? Why is my mind going blank right now? Oh, my Perfect Detail USA. Oh my God,
Perfect
Brad, I'm so sorry. I
Norby.
literally
He's such a nice guy. How could you forget?
Most recent.
hard reset in my head right there.
Most recent Grand Bastard of the Year.
Grand Bastards of the Year, but we've had runner-ups, right?
Yeah.
So
we always have about 2 or 3 runner-ups.
3 to 4 sometimes,
Yeah.
right? So at least
Of each
3.
year.
At least 3, depending on if we really did have people worthy of runner-ups. So I didn't just give people runner-up prizes just to give them out.
Correct.
We literally had to look and go, okay, these guys were so close to winning it as well.
Were they active enough? Were they participating?
They deserve this particular award, right? Whether it's like Heart of TRC, for example, that Darren won, the Harry Horsewife.
Yeah.
Horsewife. And get it right. Come to my house, you get my name, you get my wife's name right.
Jessica.
Yeah. No, it's not Jessica, it's Christina.
It's Christina.
Christina. So with that said, we've had these runner-ups, right? Which they weren't the best.
Yeah.
They had what it took to maybe be the best, right? But they didn't quite make it. So I was like, how about a redemption round, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I did
Everybody
is
deserves an extra chance.
I sorted everybody that was a runner-up. I got them into like a spreadsheet there, and I went through everybody, and I said, okay, I'm going to be inviting 15 people to compete for 6 spots.
Correct.
In this trimester to potentially win, or to hopefully there is going to be a winner for the Grand Master of the Year redemption round, right?
Yeah. So an invite to those 13.
15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
And then from those 15, you're going to choose 6.
Correct.
And then those
they're
6
going to compete.
are going to be the
There
champions.
was no point in having all 15 people compete.
Right.
The reason why is that it's been 3 or 4 years for some of these people.
Correct.
I actually went through and I looked. Some of these people aren't detailing as much anymore. Some of these
Right.
people aren't as active on Instagram. Some had families.
life
some
changed.
have moved to other brand deals and things like that. So I get it. So I knew that there would be a smaller amount than that. So 6 was the ideal amount. And so I sent out the application to those people. And the reason why I publicized this on Instagram and I put out the information is so people could watch the chaos.
Okay.
I want people to watch the bloodbath, the killing. Well, not the killing. Sorry, the.
It's like a death. It's like death race.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's,
you want to tune in.
You know, what they do in the world WWE, the wrestling was like the cage match.
SummerSlam.
No, it wasn't the
There was,
SummerSlam.
WrestleMania.
SmackDowns.
I don't know. It's called
Rage in the Cage.
Rage in the Cage, something like that, right?
Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell.
Those are
yeah.
all available, by the
I
way,
know,
now
right?
on Peacock.
Yeah.
very first of the
it's like when
playlist.
what was it? The Undertaker slammed. What was it?
Mankind. Threw him off the
right?
top
Threw
of
him
it.
off. It looked horrible, right?
Onto a table.
I want that. I want basically what I'm saying is
Yeah.
I want
You want the Undertaker
I want
throwing
the
Mankind
Undertaker-
off of a cage.
I want the Undertaker to be like Darren, right? But I want
Right.
him to throw another Grand Ambassador off the cage,
Okay.
only for them to
Wow.
get back up and climb up and keep fighting.
Yeah, climb
That's
up
what
the
I
cage.
want.
Totally.
Bleeding.
I want it to be crazy. So
Yeah.
these 6 people are going to be competing. Everybody's going to be able to witness this. Their Grand Ambassador coupon codes are going to be reactivated for both their followers as well as themselves, so they're
Yeah.
going to be able to order stuff again.
I like
And
it.
then on top of that, they're going to be resupplied.
Slambassador Showdown.
They're going to be resupplied with
Yeah.
more
Ambassador Showdown.
more TRC goodies, right? So
Yeah.
they're going to probably most likely get another case of another entire case of microfiber towels, more chemicals, more detailing accessories, everything else there. So it's going to be pretty awesome, right? I'm very, very excited. So they'll have plenty of stuff to create content. And again, they're going to be able to go for about 4 months or so until December, in which we will be judging again for the Grand Ambassador of the Year. And keep in mind, this showdown happened to line up after doing this for like 4 years. We won't have another showdown realistically again for like another 4 years.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
probably
Right.
going to make it a thing where you got to wait that long.
It's like
before we do it again.
every 4 years it kind of starts up and there's a showdown, and then after that it starts back up again. And so for the public that want to be part of the Grand Ambassador program, it'll be this January that you'll be able to or this December you'll be able to reapply
Okay.
for January.
for January. And needless to say, I'm very excited. There's people that are out for blood, and I'm
excited to see what happens.
in the application that I sent it. So 15 people
Yeah.
have to apply for these 6 spots.
Right.
The answers I'm getting back are
I saw a couple.
brutal.
They're
are
hilarious.
brutal.
That's good.
Yeah, like people
good.
are out for blood, and I just
People saying
love
they're
it.
coming for what's theirs, you know, stuff like that.
Coming for what's there.
good
Some
time.
people are saying that it was a setup last time.
Ooh,
there was some type of I don't know.
They're going for the recount. They want. Yeah.
They want to recount. They want all these things. So, anyways, that's just one thing I wanted to update you on. Do you have anything that you want to update people on, Levi?
No, I'm very excited about this.
I'm just
Okay.
stoked for it.
All right, Wesley Oak says, I actually got a question
Yeah.
this time. Picked up some Uno Advance for Barabbas G-Wagon this
Big
weekend.
boy G-Wagon.
Need to tape trim on this one. Plan is a yellow Rupes wool.
He's asking if he needs to. Need to tape trim on this one?
Can if you
Question
want to.
Don't
Wesley,
need to.
how skilled are you as a detailer?
No,
That's the real question.
mark. I think he's
I know
asking
you're
so.
good. I'm just saying. It's up to you, really. It
wondering
doesn't
if they're not
always,
advanced.
on something like that, doesn't hurt to help. You can do that just to save your butt. But the real question is, like, do I do that sometimes? I never tape.
No, I don't.
The only time I taped was on a polished aluminum that I knew that if my buffer hit it, it would buff it some more.
Sure.
And I didn't want to ruin it, so I put tape on it.
I stopped taping once we pretty much.
Started using the last cut all the
Using-
time?
no, once we went to water-based products.
Once went to water-based products, and once that me and Levi just said, "Hey, everything that we're choosing from now on isn't going to be a trim stainer." I think there's one exception that you might get with maybe like Coach Chemi H902, where
That's
you
a very
might get a
specific one.
little bit of abrasive left over inside there.
Yeah.
You might get a little bit of that chalkiness, but it's relatively easy to clean up. But I mean, since the advent of hyper polish and the last cut and the final polish and last cut plus and all these products that aren't doing what McGuire's 105 used to do. We're just, we're good with it. Yeah. Now, another thing you can have, Wesley, I wish we sold it. You can do this with any other paint, what's it called? Paint prep product. But the Rupes, the yellow reveal.
Reveal's a nice product.
Very nice.
You hit that.
You know what I did?
Take a little bit of that white.
Put my bike up for sale last night.
Did you?
Washed it, pressure washed it, cleaned it all up. Took some Reveal.
The yellow Reveal?
Yeah, took the yellow Reveal, wiped off all the scuffs, all the marks on it, and was cleaning it up.
They just vanished, huh?
They just vanished. I was like, wow, this is great. 'Cause my bike's bright orange. Then took a little clean maker.
Yeah.
Shook the bottle up.
Oh, it's going to stick to that. Yeah.
Sprayed the whole bike down. Because the bike's coated in OptiCoat Pro Plus.
Oh, you're already set.
Man, crazy slickness.
Yeah.
Felt great. Bike looked sharp. Took some pictures, posted it.
So,
very nice.
I will admit though,
Reveal's nice. We like it.
Reveal's an amazing product. It is in the works for us to get that over into TRC. It's just at the time at TRC when it was released, it was just like, okay, we had kind of an overload.
Of solvents,
of paint products and solvents, and so we were trying to figure out a way to fit that in. And the ways I've been using it, and the ways I feel like I could probably educate and train people on it. It would be something different than your other paint prep products that you can utilize more often.
Oh, I 100% agreed. It was nice when I was using it in my garage on a car, and Anthony walked in and he was like, "What's that delicious smell?" I said, "It's Reveal." And he's like, "What?" And then he grabbed the other one.
Those kinds of products weren't supposed to smell
and
good.
I was like, "Look what it can do! Look what it can do!" And he's like, "No way!" Like it was. That moment was a first for us because it was such a unique product and such an amazing piece.
Well, also most of the guys hanging out in their garage or something, they're like, I don't need that. I got an IPA wipe down or whatever. It's like, it's different.
It's because it can do so much.
It was because we had used it at TRCMA and then we had been left to the bottles to test and we used it a few times. We were using the blue stuff though, right? And the blue stuff is just, it's really strong.
It's a solvent base. One's a solvent base, one's alcohol base.
Yeah.
The blue is a solvent.
Yeah. The blue is pretty freaking strong. We go, man, this is like, we don't need anything that's strong just to wipe things down. Because we didn't even think about using the yellow. Then we start busting out the yellow and using it. We go, this is nice.
Yellow's a different level.
This is nice for cleaning glass. This is nice for just a in-between prep wipe down, right? Like, for example, if I'm wanting to do a solid reapplication of a sealant, right? And let's just say I don't want to IPA it or I don't want to use that brand's particular paint prep, right? Something like the Yellow Reveal Light is perfect for just a re-prep. Basically,
No,
I don't know.
Nice.
It's amazing. So,
anyways, Fresh Detail Studios saying, "What's up, everyone? It's almost the weekend."
What's up, Too Fresh?
We agree.
Luke says, "Anyone try foaming the new ONR?" Welcome back, Luke. Welcome back. Sourdew saying, "First time catching a live show."
Hey,
Thank you. Welcome, Sour.
Glad to have you here.
David Boyce, Levi. Any suggestions on bringing back that piano black trim on my B pillars? It's an 08 Acura TL Type S, I assume, and the gloss is dulled, faded, sun damage, possibly.
Shame, that's a good car.
So, David, you can try and get those back. If they're removable, you could buy replacements. You could buy some OEM replacements for it.
That's what, David. I would.
If it was Anthony or myself, I would buy replacements and I would take them down to a body shop, have some actual clear coat sprayed on them.
Clear coat or immediately PPF them
or
once you get them out of the factory.
Because what they have from the factory is usually
They don't. Well, you got to remember the clear they have is not an automotive clear.
No,
and it doesn't have enough UV protectant in it, so it's gonna deteriorate.
It's closer to the clear using like an interior panel.
Yeah, so adding the PPF, like Anthony said, is going to give you so much more UV protection.
Yeah,
good.
I would do that. I would try to buy new ones, David. I don't know how much they are. I'm guessing. I'm just gonna ballpark right now.
Probably not cheap.
150, 160 for all four, maybe 200 for all four, $50 a piece, maybe. I just got new drip moldings for my RSX Type S, right on the top there, just those two rubber pieces, which I look at them and go, that can't be that much money, right?
It really differs depending on the car.
80,
seriously,
$80 for both of them, right? But that means I'll have that whole top of the car will look fresh again because of the new black trim there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do with that information you will. Super Auto says, what's up, gangsters? And then we've got the one who shall remain nameless, Steven, Kevin,
We'll call
Fred.
him. How about we call him Thomas?
Nope, it's definitely
What
not
would you like
Thomas.
to be called?
Let's call him
the
Devin.
one who shall
Happy
remain
Friday. It's
nameless.
Steven. I think his name is Steven.
Not Steven.
It's Steven with a PH. Stefan. Stefan.
It's not him either. Hans says David Boyce, the light polish will clean them up. Yeah, or buy new ones. Spencer says, hey guys, agricultural guy here.
Ooh.
Wink. Finally, to start a YouTube channel and have a video post. I want to share it with you guys. I think Anthony will find it the most satisfying. What's the best way to share it with you?
Send it to our emails. Send it to Dane at theradcompany.com.
Yep, that's
Levi
the
at
way to
do it.
theradcompany.com.
That's
And Anthony at theradcompany.com. We want to check it out. And if you think of that, I mean, especially if you think that I'll be satisfied. I think the biggest way I'd be satisfied is if you were counting the money on the tractor after you were done detailing it,
Yeah,
right?
that's probably true.
The thousands of dollars.
I
of
feel
just,
like that would be a TikTok that would take off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 2,000,
'Cause people are looking going, wait,
3,000,
what?
4,000.
Like,
Cool.
wait, what?
We just detailed this tractor for this much money. Oh my God.
Yeah. Free social media advice.
Luke saying, who's that pic above Anthony's shoulder? He's dripping over there. He's pretty excited about that
he's just
picture.
doing his thing.
David Boyce says, thanks, Hans. Hans says, what's up? Oh, no, then he says, yeah, sorry. Sam, what's up, detailing dudes? What's up, Sam?
Hey.
Hans says, ooh, something new, monthly sticker club. So here's the deal, Hans. I've already shared it with Patrick, in case you're wondering.
Well, the thought is there.
All right. Franco, more like ding-dongs. Luke
far as,
Berge goes, are there
hostess.
any Swirl Police items available?
Doubt it.
Lakes County Detailer saying, good afternoon from Minnesota, Lakes County. What's up? Franco, what's up? And then if Super Auto says official TRC slop dog kits, that could be something we could make. And then Sam saying, Anthony, the correct term for your carnies are Carnival Americans. You're welcome.
That does fix things.
Carnival Americans.
But what happens when you're no longer in the U.S. or North America as a
I
whole?
think they're all from America. So
There are traveling carnivals in like Romania or something. What do you do then?
I don't know, Dan. I assume they're American, maybe.
Super Auto saying it's a little softer. Reminds me of a funny Rodney Carrington bit. And then Graham Marshall saying happy Friday Eve, lads. Busy week. Next week off and a car show to attend every weekend in September. So hoping to spend some quality time fettling our XR3. And that looks like Graham and Hans in that photograph.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Kind of
hanging out.
squint and see it there, yeah.
Luke Berge saying sometimes you need it stiff to get the job done. Correct,
Brushes
Luke.
matter, man.
That's right. And then Super Auto says, maybe can I use that brush on that receding hairline? You could. I just made sure that mine's like as clean as I could.
Yeah, you just went for the full.
I actually shaved it. It was crazy. It felt weird.
Yeah.
Never had
You like that now?
You ever
though?
had a
Just
shorn
shave?
skull? It's interesting.
I haven't.
get itchy under that
Yeah.
hat?
Alex Dewar says 6 inches is plenty. And
Each
Luke
their
says
own.
that is an excessive amount. And then Super Auto says, Franco says, some say too much, Alex. And then that'll get in there deep like. So Super Auto. And then speaking
Lot
of
of brush
dog
talk.
hair, detailed a 2017 Nissan Rogue whose owner has two beautiful golden
like that
retrievers. My Lily Brush system gathered it up nicely for vacuuming. Perfect,
good. Yeah,
Ron. There you go. Spencer B says, I'm planning on using that G-Technic Smart Fabric for the first time. Carpets are really well kept. For prep, I was thinking about spraying them down with rinseless, and once they dry, apply Smart Fabric. Any tips? Yes, that's exactly how you do it. Here's the other thing. Take that upholstery, the new interior brush. Use that. Brush spray your first coat on, brush it in, and then spray it a second time.
Yeah, it coats all the fibers.
Make sure they're all done.
Alex says the fender brush. Oh my God, this fender brush is allowed in a Trivium concert for a full-on factory beatdown. This is. I do think that this would be Trish's weapon of choice.
Trish's brushes.
All right, I'm going to buy the brushes. Super Auto says, add an A or G to the head of that red fender well brush, and you can add $10 to $20 to the price. And then Hans, stay off the website. Luke says, I'm already in severe credit card debt.
We're just causing problems left and right here. All right, on to page 4.
Luke says, Joey, file bankruptcy, Luke, and start fresh.
Clean
Don't
slate.
do that, Luke. Franco sent in his squirrel. Sourdough says cushion for the push-in.
Oh dear.
Luke says, who doesn't love
this
those?
is-
Okay, we gotta
Everybody's
get.
going
we
through
gotta-
it.
Go up to
This is
Super
great.
Autos.
Neil White asking, is Levi drinking a 2-liter of Pepsi? No, that's a 1-liter
Oh
bottle.
no.
But you can't tell because my hands are so big. In Anthony's hands, it would look like a 2-liter.
Yeah.
Super Auto says, that card reminds me of a device my mom used to cut my hair. Basically, it was 2 combs attached to each other with a razor blade between them. The trim comb. That's pretty rad, actually. I would
seen
love
that
to
at a
have
weird
that.
barber shop. They had something like that, and it looked scary.
Mike Reyes says, fixing those yellow hazy lights. Other than the kits, anything I can do to make it last.
Yes.
Polish. I have Turtle Wax kit, comes with a coating to seal it in.
It's garbage.
Anything like
Throw it
that?
away.
Not.
It's not garbage. Don't say. I can't
The
say
The
that.
two
Say.
things, no, but
Can't
the
say
two
that.
things that will stop it, period. You can put a coating on it, you can put a sealant on it, you can put a wax on it, but all that is going to deteriorate. There's only 2 things you can do to headlights that Anthony swears by. What are they?
PPF. Like PPF is the answer, or you put 2K clear on, right? So here's the deal: the Turtle Wax kits, they're great. They're great for somebody that's just looking to maintain a light haze, right, or trying to remove a light haze and just keep them going for longer, right? You repeat that process every.
They'd be great. Nate brought his
You
car
know,
in. That'd
every
be great on
year,
that.
2 years, honestly, will probably be fine. But eventually, the clear coat is going to start to break away. It's going to start to crack. It's going to start to really oxidize to the point where you have to just go in and redo the whole dang thing. So what I recommend is you can use everything in the kit, right? So if you want to use the Turtle Wax, like the things to get you to the amount of clarity, you can do that. Same thing with the KCX kit. If you want to use the products to get you that amount of clarity, you can. But from there, I would plan on either PPFing them immediately after doing that, or taking them down to get PPF'd, or you're going to, instead of polishing everything out with the machine, you're going to finish something out with sandpaper, a grit of your choice, 800 to 1,000, anywhere where you're going to be able to spray clear and basically drown any sanding scratches that you would see to revive that headlight with 2K clear.
But you can get it up to 1,500 and still 2K
You can do
clear.
1,500, yeah. You.
There's
I'm
enough
saying
light
800 like a minimum, like a minimum.
Yeah.
But realistically, like I think 1,000 is pretty good. 1,500 is pretty good. You don't need to go up to 2,000. It's not going to be able to bite as much. But yeah, you can go there, spray the 2K clear on. It's going to completely transform that. And then, if you wanted to, PPF over the top of that.
Yeah.
If the clear
Once the
job
clear
went good.
hardens, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, the kits aren't bad. Like the things that they're selling nowadays in the store, they're not horrible. It just, again, it's always how do you make it last?
Yeah.
It's still way better than toothpaste or mosquito spray,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
they used to do for the cheap hack kind of way to do it.
JP says, not sure if you guys are familiar with Jess Car paint sealant and the Colonite 845 wax combo, but how do you prevent the hazing that happens the first drive after? I believe the hazing is normal.
It is normal.
And that's part of the Colonite sweating is what that is. And once it starts to sweat like that, that's how you know.
You got to remember that Colonite was not developed for clear coat.
Wasn't
no,
it invented for
developed-
like junction boxes?
It's developed actually for powder coat.
Oh, okay.
So
It's like electrical
it's
junction
different.
boxes.
So you're gonna see that sweating. You remember it was built for junction boxes.
I think it may have been powder coated.
They were all powder coated, and so you would put that on there to help prevent it, especially if these junction boxes are out in rural areas.
Well, I don't know if all of them are powder coated, but they were at least painted with something.
Most of the ones I see
like
these
an
days
Emron,
are
it's a hard
plastic or
acrylic
fiberglass.
paint.
Yeah.
That they would put that on, and so the goal was that it was designed to sit and be very durable in the weather because it's never getting washed. And so yes, that the car paint, it is going to haze because you've got the sealant that is still trying to cure, and then you've got the wax on top, and the wax is getting some of that from the sealant, as well as the fact that it's sitting on a surface it's not really designed for.
Now, I'm curious just to ask.
It's great protection, but yeah, it's ghosting, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. So, yeah, the point being, it will happen.
But you'll
It's
get
just a matter
that
of
you'll
getting
get that
through
with
it.
other combinations.
But what I
too.
was going to ask was,
If you're not
outside of
careful.
like, Matt and OG and those followers and then like some forums, who out there is using this? It feels like it's very specifically these groups that are really dedicated
But I
to
think
it.
it's phasing out.
Yeah,
That's what I felt like. It's kind
it's-
of,
it's been
there's a lot of
7
things out
years
there
ago.
to
It was
choose
a hot
from now.
thing.
Yeah.
6, 7 years ago, it was really hot. Everybody wanted to
very.
try And that was like the bar. People were trying to get above that. But what they didn't realize was there was already products out and available that gave you far better results, far better longevity.
They just hadn't gotten that mainstream
without the amount of work that you had to put into that.
Well, I mean, for example, to reach that glow and reach that kind of that gloss level that combination of the Jessicar sealant and the Colonite was achieving, right? There's products out there now that are able to achieve that same look and that are going to be more durable in the long run. So, I mean, for example, you take CSL plus XO plus like Bead Maker, for example, you're going to get that look, if not better, and you're going to get the durability of like
far longer durability,
3 to 5 years. And if you're going to put that much work in the first place, then I'm not going to just put just a paint sealant or a wax on. I enjoy using waxes and paint sealants. I do. I love using them. And maybe you're not looking for that amount of durability. But unless you want to be repeating that process all the time, sometimes it's nicer just to coat it and goat it with a little bit of Bead Maker.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And I'm the same way. I'll tell you, any of the Diamond ProTech line will give you that kind of gloss. And then Dream Maker on top. Holy crap. Yeah. You get far better gloss, far better warmth, far better shine. I love the way the Diamond ProTech products work on that kind of surface.
The main reason I even brought that up, I was just curious, is because, sometimes I think it's definitely kind of like an enthusiast choice for like somebody who's into detailing. They're familiar with this kind of like obscure but specific thing, and maybe you enjoy the process of it, whereas like a casual observer, it's not going to be the right fit for somebody who's like just coming into detailing. Maybe it's not really what they're going to want for the process, but more on you, Mabe, and I think it's cool that you're doing it. It's just, there's options out there. There's a lot of options.
There you go. Joey Blinsky says, I need a sale so bad. I'm low on so many things. Well, Joey, just give us a little more time. Just wait.
Hang on, bud.
Franco says, Dear Rag Shoe Diaries. And then Super Auto says, Wedding Crashers Part 2. Alex says, Luke, I will be sending his AutoZone health and safety training completion photos from the PA District Risque photo shoot.
That's not how you spell risque.
Dane with his Miami Vice shirt today from Super Auto.
Thank you. I'm a fan of the shirt. I like it a lot.
His mother came and complimented it just earlier, believe it or not.
Luke says, I gave everyone diamond glass towels and creatures at my grad party. That's right, you did.
That was a good choice.
Did. The Bearded Hunter saying, what's up, my dudes? Hope your week's been great. Has been. Thank you. And then Han says, Luke graduated hanging on one leg. Joey says, I'm also a certified officiant for anyone who needs a reacher-sized gentleman at their altar. See, I like that because he stands taller than just about everybody.
He does.
And that way it adds a level of
even
authority.
If you're in the back row, you'll see him.
Right, exactly. You'll be able to see him. You can see him lording over everybody as he
use that word.
As he tells these people, I am marrying the two of you.
Wow.
Yeah.
A man of that stature, your voice is going to project.
It's a lot of energy.
A man of that
I really
size.
Like it.
You don't like that? You don't like that energy?
No, I really do like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want more of that.
You got a strong baritone there, Joey.
I could get stilts, and I could probably create the same.
Yeah. Super Auto says, did Anthony just say someone would ask Dane to be the best
man when he redoes his
bows?
Oh, my God.
Well,
wow.
Close.
Honestly, I wouldn't put that past Joe Wetzel as well. I mean, same thing.
Joe would ask an awkward
Bearded
question.
Hunter says, yo, Franco, and then we got people saying hi, and then...
There's a real question.
Have y'all considered selling the PF22 rebuild kit? I don't think we have considered it. I'm not sure what the plan is.
We know about it.
But we do know about it, potentially, Luke. We'll see. We'll check it out.
On a list.
Tom, Chicago says, Happy Friday Eve, you fine gents. A steering wheel update for Anthony.
Oh
my gosh.
Waiting.
Can't wait.
The Birch is here. Simon Birch saying, howdy TRC crew. Hashtag RedFTW, please.
He's fighting for that thing.
Tom Mannion saying, Malin. Hey guys, any tips for getting pen off of leather?
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, this is a hard one.
Go back to that Mercedes video, the interior you did on that one.
No, it doesn't have pen on it. So that was denim.
That's right. That was gene transfer.
So we have a solvent. We have a color lock solvent that you can use. But in a pinch, easiest, lightest, obviously clean with a dedicated leather cleaner or interior cleaner like Cockpit, Express, mild cleaner or strong cleaner from Color Lock, or even Polestar from KCX. clean that. If it doesn't come off in that, next step is a little bit of hand sanitizer. And the reason I recommend hand sanitizer over alcohol is the fact that it's already somewhat diluted. I prefer the gel too, because I feel like you get a little more lubrication, a little more working time, and you're able to get that. So you just get the cheap 99-cent gel pump ones. Keep a couple of them in your garage for that reason. They also work great on pine tar sap, the big chunks of sap, and they're very much safer. And so squirt a little bit, try and rub it out. If it doesn't come out, then the next step is a solvent, and that's when the Color Lock leather solvent or leather degreaser or leather cleaner comes in handy. The other thing is Color Lock actually sells, and it's something we don't have, they have things for ink removal. LRC also, Leather Repair Company, has a product like that, so you can get that. But it doesn't always remove everything. It doesn't just remove all the ink from there. So just be careful, because it really depends on the condition of the leather, the quality of the leather, the quality of the paint underneath that is on the leather. There's a lot of factors involved, but always start easiest and work your way up.
Okay.
Chris Weiss saying, hey, from Pennsylvania.
Hey.
Joey Belinsky says to smash that like button, y'all.
Please
Super Auto says there's 62 watching and only 13 likes. Get to smashing. Everybody,
Smash
please go like it. Do it.
Hey.
And Perfect Detail in the house saying, let's go. Good luck to the Grand Ambassador Showdown. There will be blood from Jamie the Cleaner.
No doubt he wrote that before you forgot him.
And then Jamie the Cleaner, did somebody say Grand Ambassador Battle Royale? He's ready.
It's true.
It's
true.
I picture Jamie. He's already got his bandana tied. He's been doing push-ups.
I think Jamie's going to play dirty, man.
He's ready for the fight of a lifetime here.
He actually, I don't know if you knew this, he's got 2 foam cannons. Yeah. And he's been practicing pulling them out and spinning them.
Yeah.
So he's going.
So he's got the flip, but he's going dual now.
He's doing dual.
It's nuts, yeah.
Look at that. We got a like and subscribe little graphic popping at the bottom.
He's trying to build up those muscles because he's ready to take people down.
Nice. Yes. Okay, we got Joey here saying, Grand Ambassadors have been pumping stuff out already. I love it.
Excellent. Yep. And then Super Auto saying hi to Jamie. Jamie saying hello to everybody. Let's go. Franco says, Jamie the Cleaner who rubbed the foam cannon. Joey Belinsky says, always a treat when JTC shows up. Then Tommy Chicago says, happy Friday Eve, gents. Steering wheel update for Anthony. Here's the rest of it. The wheel I ordered has been on back order for over a month, and it's driving me insane, literally. Hopefully, I will get it soon. I hope you get it soon, too, man.
I hope so, too. I think it'll be very refreshing to get that on there.
Hang in there.
Don't pick at this one.
Yeah, no, don't pick.
Too Fresh Detail Studio says, hey, fellas, how do you feel about pre-foaming, rinsing, then foaming again, and going straight to contact washing with no bucket?
If it's what you want to do, go for it. But as a business, if you're not, like...
Yeah, I mean, I don't...
You're not doing anything wrong, right? You're not doing anything wrong.
No, it just...
As long as you're maintaining proper lubrication through the whole process.
So you could do that, right? You could rinse, but you'd have to be rinsing out that mitt, I would imagine, pretty often.
It's going to get loaded up at some point.
And loaded up. You might want to you could have a bucket, one bucket. You don't have to have 2 buckets. Maybe just a bucket of water if you want to do it like that. I don't know. I mean, you could. I guess...
It's overkill.
I'm not seeing any... That wouldn't be going any faster, in my opinion.
Well, you're not going any faster. All you're doing is you're just providing more lubrication on the surface. Like just lots of it. But it's almost too much because you've had to walk around the car 4 times, because you foamed it. Well, you maybe rinsed it first, foamed it, rinsed it, foamed it again, and now you're going it around with your mitt in the bucket. Yeah. That's a lot of steps. And I'd only recommend it on maybe a car like if we had one that we'd been working on that we're getting ready to go to, like the cars at the Quail, something that, is going to show very well, or it's going to, we don't want to mess it up.
Yeah. Sure.
But at the same time, I'm pretty confident on a fully finished, polished, corrected car that Anthony and I could wash it by just rinsing it, foaming it, and going straight into a 1 bucket wash. That's how confident I am.
Yes.
All right.
Subrato says that Jamie the Cleaner signature I have now that Jamie the Cleaner signature I have now is probably going to be worth something one day. Probably. Maybe.
Something.
Maybe.
Possibly. Franco says, the Slambassador Showdown, welcome to the Bassadome. I like that.
G. says Peacock is awesome for wrestling. I know, I just found out.
You know what's funny?
Stoked.
I could see G. Davis being a big wrestling fan back in the
Davis
day.
and I are planning on him coming over and me and him just enjoying some Red Vines, some Diet Pepsis, and hanging out watching some wrestling.
Where would you watch the wrestling?
Up in my theater.
Yeah, any other places you would watch that?
Probably in my living room, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Possibly in your mobile solution?
Probably. You never know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Joey Belinsky says, I can't believe Dane is the one who guessed the Hell in the Cell correctly.
Hey, I remember my memes. Also copy pastas. Okay.
Franco says, the fondling of the foam. Super Auto says, wrestling-themed Grandambassador event. Right up Jamie the Cleaner's alley. And Joey Blitzky says, James Payne is going to run wild, brother. G. Davis says, if Jamie the Cleaner loses the Grandambassador Showdown, it'll be known as the Boise Screwjob.
Crap.
Dang.
And then Kimberly saying, greetings from the Devil's Anus.
Oh,
I
no.
hope you good people are listening to your bodies and not pushing it in the limits of this heat. We have been 80-degree weather this week because we got the hurricane winds
down.
that came through and now pushed all the heat out and pushed it over towards you guys. So we're sitting pretty right now. However, end of this week it's supposed to get, or end of next week it's supposed to get into the hundreds.
Yeah.
So a little warm.
Got Dragon with the AK says, anyone else have an issue with the vehicle beating water 1 minute, then immediately after contact wash rinse? There's nowhere beating and it's exclusively flat. Car coat with Rupes, Advance, and Topper. Honestly, it could be the soap. The soap could be masking the water behavior. That happens plenty of times. I mean, dirt can mask water behavior.
Well,
soap
most people don't realize is you can over mix your soap to where you use too much soap, so it actually doesn't fully rinse clean, and it's actually kind of stuck and bonded, or you didn't clean the surface well enough, and so you're having issues.
You get that film on top.
You get some film. There's still some film, and I see it, and I'll touch it with my hand. I'll rinse it, touch it with my fingers, and then I'll have hydrophobics right there under the fingers. So I'm like, dang it! I pull the wash mitt out, scrub it, rinse it, and there it goes. So that might be what's happening. The biggest thing is it's just like I said, it's sticky dirt. Anthony and I have washed our cars when we have sticky rain or dirty rain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thankfully, we haven't had that dirty of a rain the last two rainstorms. But
no, those were slightly out of the norm.
Yeah, but dirty rain is very sticky and it doesn't always wash off.
No, it does not.
It's weird.
Beard Hunter says it's on like Donkey Kong. Another potential competitor.
Luke saying, I'd like a retrial of my restraining order against Dane's landscaper. Oh, my goodness.
I love having Luke back in here. Alex Dewar, Jamie the Cleaner's stage name is James Payne, is out for blood.
James Payne. Painey the Cleaner.
Yeah. Trust me when I say that, depending on these 6 people, right, who get picked, right? I mean, again, Jamie had to apply, right? Mm-hmm. Go through his application. Obviously, I hope he did a good job.
Well, if he didn't make it, I'd feel
he had to
real bad.
He had to woo you.
Dude, you never know, man. Like I said, it all depends on how good the application is, right? But I want to say that chances are we will be making these 6 finalists into some type of 8-bit fighting character.
That's the goal. That is the goal.
Right? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Joey says, Alex, I wouldn't call his backyard a stage. And then G. Davis says, I think Joey Belinsky has a balm or a powder for a Devil's Anus. Franco says, maybe Eddie or James team up, call them the colon cleaners.
Yep.
Wow. Duke's Detailing. Nice. When I've used G-Technic C5 twice, or I have used G-Technic C5 twice to great success, and some exists around the wheel nuts that would require polishing off. Should I recoat it with C5 or give Diamond Wheels a go? 1 hour cure time appeals.
I could see that.
Either one's great. Diamond Wheels is awesome.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you already got him on there, he's just wondering if he needs to.
Yeah. Either of them are great. Yeah.
You're good.
Bonnie saying, hey, TRC. How you doing, Bonnie?
I'm pretty sure that's Tony.
It probably is Tony.
He's probably just
It's got to be Tony in his wife's account. It happens all the time.
He's just trying to see if she gets
Bonnie.
I doubt it's Bonnie.
Too.
No,
I know
maybe he's popping on to see if she gets a better reception.
Maybe. You never know.
You imagine?
Definitely Tony.
Come on, dude.
Tony, if that's you, please tell us. If not, Bonnie, hey, welcome.
I think Jimmy said they're calling him 5 Margarita Tony.
Oh, no.
The event, or
Oh,
5
no, we must have missed something.
5 Tequila Tony, or tequila shot Tony.
Tequila
Can't remember what it
Tonzors.
was. But Rick Smith says, do not use yellow wool with Uno Advance. It is not like how the wool cycles. I've tried it and even asked Kevin Brown about it. A microfiber pad works well, or yellow foam. Interesting,
Thanks,
Rick.
Rick. Appreciate the heads up.
Yeah.
Do you like the yellow wool?
I don't
Uno
use the
Advance?
yellow wool. I use the blue wool.
Okay.
With Uno Advance?
Yeah, because it's a mix. It's a wool microfiber.
It's weird
mix.
because Uno Protect and the yellow wool, love it.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I think it works amazing.
You looks like you're gonna have to talk to Kevin Brown about it when we go down to SEMA.
I think I need to talk to Kevin Brown about it and say, Kevin Brown, tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, and then he'll probably give you a lot of information.
I'm just gonna
So
keep doing.
much
I'm just gonna keep doing what I do, old man. Is what I'm gonna say.
Jeez.
No, I won't say that.
Oh, on page
G.
2.
Davis says, "Hello, Mrs. Mazel
Mazel
tov." Darren in the house saying, "What's up, my homies?
What's up, Darren?
Another possible contender
Grand Ambassador
in this showdown, right?
Yeah. Dane, we lost all the comments.
Oh, well, you guys did, but I still have them.
So what
All
you
right.
guys have to realize is that Darren's a beekeeper, right?
He is.
Darren can
I've got
train
half
these bees.
That jar, I got half that jar left.
Really?
I've been burning through it. You know what else? My honeycomb,
Yeah.
gone.
What happened?
No idea. One day it was there, next day it was not.
Yeah. I think your mother-in-law threw it away.
Maybe. I don't want to blame her for it.
She does everything.
Because I have
though. She always
I
throws
have,
all your stuff away.
I have no
I'll blame her.
proof. I
I'll
have
blame
no
her.
proof.
Jeez,
All I know is it
blame
was
her.
there one day and it was gone. I've been eating out of it every day.
Yeah.
And then one day it was gone. And then my fault, I didn't think about it for like 2 days. And I go, where's my honeycomb at?
And it's gone.
Yeah, well,
King.
But the jar was kept, thankfully, and I've been able to use it. I've been putting it on my kids' peanut butter and peanut butter and honey sandwiches. Augie says best PB and honeys he's ever had.
I just can't believe that he's going to go from training honeybees to killer bees. It's insane.
Who would have thought, really?
And
dark,
sicking the bees on his enemies,
Yeah.
right?
He also said he's
Jeez.
created some sort of hybrid wasp.
Well, so
Oh, that's what the world needs.
That he can control.
he can control. I know it's crazy. It's like the size, and it's like the size of a squirrel. So it's not even like a
I don't
small
like any of
wasp.
that.
No.
But what's funny is that Jamie the cleaner, right? Obviously, potentially being down in the south, right? He'd be riding 2 alligators or 2 crocodiles, right?
would, mhm.
So instead of being on a fan boat, right?
Yeah.
He has an alligator or crocodile under each one of his legs, right?
Yeah.
With tie downs, and they're swimming through.
Well, they're
the
not even
ocean.
tie downs. They're basically built.
It's got
out
reins
of,
on them.
pressure washers.
Oh.
Pressure washers, okay,
With
like
foam
pressure washer
cannons halfway
line.
down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's like holding on to.
Can
He's holding on to the
somebody-
handles.
That's creative.
That's a hell of an
And
image.
Can
Yeah,
somebody
here's the
draw
thing.
this?
Here's the
We're
thing.
really painting
He
this
can-
picture.
He can turn the
Yeah.
handles, and that's how the crocodiles turn.
Yeah.
So you can do that.
Okay. I
Wow.
like that.
Right? And
Yeah.
when he wants to go faster, he just pushes forward on them, and they.
Yeah.
So he's basically a
Tails.
fighter pilot.
So we got
Yeah.
Jamie the cleaner, rider of the crocodiles or alligators, whatever
Yeah.
his choice in the Everglades,
Correct.
right? We have Darren, right, with his bionic killer bee, right,
Yeah.
that he has
he's
trained.
literally like a wizard. But
He's like
sending his
he's
bees
like a
out.
wizard with his bees, right?
Yeah.
He's got those powers.
Yeah.
And then I don't know
You
who.
got bearded hunter found some
Bearded
sort
hunter,
of
right?
Sasquatch.
well, his
No.
of some
beard
sort.
is actually.
No,
his
he would
power.
be
So he's having
axes.
Okay.
Oh.
More mountain
Giant
man.
Okay.
axes, right? That like I don't know. Somehow
Well, he's just like in the guys from
Something like
Cobra.
that.
He's banging him
Yeah.
over his head.
Chink, clink.
Yeah.
He's ready.
The new Detail Factory brushes. That's
Yeah.
him with the flannel
Yeah.
on.
I don't
right?
think he's seen that movie. We'll have to show him.
He hasn't seen Cobra.
we'll
No,
have
I
to
haven't
show him.
Basically, the
Cobra.
opening to SpongeBob SquarePants.
I've seen
movie.
the Warriors, but that's
same,
about it.
same opening.
Okay.
Warriors.
So, anyways, and there's going to be other contestants anyway as well, right?
Yeah.
We have some other applicants. I'm really hoping, I don't know. I'm just really hoping for a good show. Is what
too.
I
I
want. Yeah.
think we
Yeah.
will get that, and so will you.
King Haswell
there you
saying,
go.
hello, TRC. My weekend has started, and I get to listen live. Thank you, King.
Glad
Welcome.
you joined us.
Super Auto with a gold bond and the TRC finger pocket round applicator. Perfect combo for the day. That's
Good
right.
looking out there, bud.
Oh, man.
Oh, David Boyce says, crap. I have 2 TL Type S's. They're $160.
Oh.
That's how so.
he
well,
looked
no,
it up.
I don't know if he actually looked it up. I think that was my ballpark number. He
Okay.
needs to look at what
I
the
see, yeah.
Yeah.
number actually is.
All right. So, and then Franco's the hairy housewife.
And they're jumping through.
Yes, it's time for me to hound Patrick then. Yep, Hans. And then Darren says, Franco, my man. The Fred says, in college, Anthony must really know me. In college, my nickname was Fred. After the teacher struggled with my last name and started calling me Fred. That's hilarious.
This is what just
So you're not nameless.
It just kind of comes to me, right? All right, Fred, whatever you say, man.
Han says, Levi got that Dylan cut.
Oh.
And then Luke says, I just got the For Real Gen 2. Does it hold up better than the Gen 1?
Yes,
Haven't
it
used
does.
it yet.
It
Yes,
does.
much better. Han says, as a seller and user of the For Real 2, yes, they will last very long. I've done 20 cars with one. It still works. Edge just gets a bit rounder. Yeah, it's much better. Luke says, I tried using iron remover on my truck, and I have no cab left. The 0 to 10 do not recommend East Coast life.
Yeah, man, right through that rust.
Yeah,
you guys really love that rust.
Simon Bach saying Triple S.
Get his name right.
Simon Birch. Sorry.
Simon the Birch Master, man.
Birch.
He's a tree, okay?
Triple S Europe win. I don't know, Simon. We're trying our hardest.
Patrick would know.
Patrick is the one to find out. And talk to the Rap Institute in Munich to try and get them. They're kind of helping. That's one of their products. So
Speaking of which, we have reached that halfway point where we're all going to break, grab some snacks, maybe grab a drink or two, and then we'll be back here in a few moments after these words from our brand partners as well as ourselves. So enjoy, and we'll see you in a few.
Hit like while you wait.
Holy cow! Wow! Dane, that was amazing!
Dane, I didn't know you could do any of that stuff.
Neither did I. Wow! Well, now that you're an actual bartender,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe whip us up some signature
Oh,
cocktails.
yeah.
I mean,
Dane, do it!
I mean, it's my first day, but let me see what I can whip up.
Nice.
can't believe it. What?
Jeez, Dane.
What?
Oh my God.
Wow, Dane.
Dane.
For being your first day, it's pretty amazing.
Looking for feedback. Let me know what you think.
Oh my God. This stuff smells amazing.
Good, all right.
Well, Levi, Dane, cheers, man.
Cheers.
Nice.
Bottoms up. Thanks, Dane.
Oh my God! God, why are you spitting my drink up? I worked hard on that.
What is in it? Is that polymers?
My mouth is encapsulating.
Why would you even know what polymers taste like?
Tastes like chemicals. Did you feed us chemicals?
What did you put in this?
I made you a nice drink. These are supposed to be nice. Oh, guys, that's my car!
What?
You hit my car. God, guys, if you didn't want the drinks, you could have just given them back to me or something.
Dane.
Are you seeing that shine over there? On the car.
Oh my God. Dane, what did you put in that stuff?
What, in your drinks?
Yeah.
Some water and some Absolute.
Absolute vodka?
No? PNS Double Black Absolute Rinseless. What?
Wait a minute. Are you trying to poison us?
Dane, did you just make us drink rinseless wash?
No, definitely didn't do that.
Absolute Rinseless Wash is not for oral or suppository consumption.
Looks pretty good.
It does, however, leave a hell of a clean and smooth surface on your vehicle.
Wow.
PNS Absolute Rinseless Wash. Mix responsibly.
Is that something?
I mean, it's pretty good. I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm kind of liking this.
Yeah. So just don't drink it.
No.
Yeah, let's make sure we don't drink it for the future.
But do put it on cars.
Yeah, it's good. It's for
Put it
cars,
on a car. Okay.
not inside yet.
Hello, and welcome back to part 2, the second half, the weird one on Q&A Thursday. That's
Sure,
right.
yeah.
This is where things get a little off the beaten path, and that's okay, because we like to have fun with y'all, and you all hang out for the good times. So,
Here we
anything
go.
to add before we dive right
it's
in?
just time to get weird, starting with Bonnie Mazel.
All
It's
right.
not. It's Tony. It's got to be Tony in there.
Has anyone else noticed how perforated seats seem to attract glitter in the pores?
Well,
it makes me crazy. Someday, perforated seats will be viewed as disgusting, like we think of shag carpet.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying
I've
there.
never had a problem with perforated seats being glittery.
Prefer perforated seats personally, because usually that comes with
You like
ventilated
airflow.
seats. I like the airflow. I like to have the circulation happening through those. Just solid leather seats, not as interesting to me. But I agree, the perforations are annoying because when stuff gets in there, it's next to impossible to get back out.
Dane loves perforated
I love
seats.
them.
Like it's,
Everything perforated. If
no,
you could
like-
have a couch that was perforated with airflow, he'd do that.
Anywhere I go, give me airflow. I'm happy.
Yeah, he just wants there to be consistent.
I don't like stagnant, static air. Got to be moving.
Yeah, gets smudgy.
If it's not moving, I got to be moving so that it's moving.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll see. Maybe someday, Bonnie, she says, or he says, hi, G, assuming this is Tony. And then Jeff C says, what are your thoughts on using Iron Buster as a clay lube with the Ultra Towel Clay Scrubber? Would it provide enough lubrication with some rinses left in the towel in the service? I think it would. The only thing, I guess the biggest thing is that when using an iron remover with your clay, you're getting that smell stuck inside the clay. I think that's the biggest,
Well, and also you do
biggest
have
thing
to,
wrong with that process.
You do have to polish the car afterwards.
yeah.
Like you're gonna
if
cause
you're
some
going to.
because you're gonna pull off that iron those iron contaminants and put them into the clay, and there are going to be some that are going to get caught in the clay and they're going to mar. And so if you're okay with polishing the car afterwards, I mean, if that's what you're already going to do, then I don't see a problem with it. But I agree with Anthony. I don't like the smell in my tools. I got a gallon of Iron Buster. You know what I had to do? It was in my garage overnight, made my whole garage smell.
Yeah.
So I had to put it outside.
Yeah.
So I've got a gallon of, don't tell my neighbors, I got a gallon of Iron Busters sitting out in front of my garage door.
Yeah.
They all just think something died outside.
Yeah, but I had to do something. I didn't want it in the garage.
I agree. I just don't want that in my tools like that.
Well, oh dear.
G. Davis says, Bonnie, I think you're undervaluing shag carpet. Just ask Dane's masseuse and life coach from the Silver Creek Spa.
Oh no.
Dane, have you gone back?
I haven't. I should.
Have you?
I haven't.
Have you thought about it?
I've thought about it.
Like-
I feel like I have to, based on what happened last time and how much pain I was in afterwards, I feel like I got to plan everything around it, like not have any obligations.
So you were in pain, but it was about a week after that you felt like a new man.
Felt great.
It was crazy.
Afterwards.
I saw him do a cartwheel into the studio.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing.
I will
He did.
say, though, that was one of the most brutal experiences, is getting off that table and going, oh my God.
Didn't make it better.
No. And she stood on your back?
No.
Oh, she didn't stand on your back.
No.
Gotcha. I didn't know what kind of massage.
No. This is like deep tissue, though. It hurts.
Well, that's a
dude.
deep
It
tissue.
hurts.
You know what? That sounds... Levi, you haven't gotten a massage, but you don't like getting massaged, do you? You don't like being touched?
No, I like being touched. I just don't like being massaged.
Oh.
Really?
I like certain parts.
But they're prepping you to eat.
What?
They're going to eat you. They're prepping you, right?
Well, yeah, I like
Softening
that.
you up
They wanna-
to
yeah.
eat you.
Long pig.
Here's the thing. I have had a massage and I've
Yeah.
fallen asleep. And then I feel like I missed out on all of it because I fell asleep. I've also had massages where my masseuse is much stronger than me. And,
there you
and
go.
has physically, feel like they're going to break something when they're pushing in
Yeah,
too
no,
hard.
it feels
I don't
like-
like that.
Bones aren't supposed to just like melt away when you're pushing
Yeah.
on them, but it feels like that
So
sometimes.
I have a robot
Ah.
that I take and go like this over my shoulder, and I massage my shoulder, and I enjoy that.
Is the robot cool with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm okay with that. I just need sometimes I just need vibration to break it up.
Yeah.
okay.
No, I think,
A
speaking of which,
Theragun,
I think
kind
I need
of
to look
thing,
into getting another one.
You should go over there.
Another
Last
massage?
Just let 'em
massage I
bust
got
you
was
up.
because my back was so messed up that I was in pain, and so I was
Yeah.
just looking for any type of relief I could get.
It's got to
Yeah.
get worse
But I
before it
would
gets better.
really like to go in as a relaxing one, considering that my body is not broken right now.
That's a good idea.
Final.
I'll say it, but it's not going to happen. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You can go right up the street just like I
Burn.
did.
Color Lock wipe off is organic though. Yeah, so they just brought out a new one that is a VOC. No VOCs, no volatile organic compounds. So it's safer, but it still works in the systems that you need. David Boyce, are any of you three gents ever used Tax System brand products such as the Shiny Wax Spray? No, David, we have not used the Tax System products.
It turns out he didn't mean organic.
So the KC headlight kit, worth the price for doing 2 cars and then sit on the shelf for 5 years, or better off getting a one-hitter kit? So that is a product that it can do almost 50 headlights. So I would recommend...
I think you'll have enough compound polish
Yeah.
to do 50. I think
You
the
might not-
sandpaper will probably last a good amount of that. I
Wash it
don't
out when you're done.
think that the pads are going to last for that.
You might
many
have to
lives.
swap out the pads. But there
That's
is potential
doable, though.
there. There is potential there to be able to do that. So realistically, man, it's you make a little sign, put it out in go to your neighbors' houses. Sell it to them, $50. I'll knock out your headlights. Make that
appealing.
kit worth it. Make some money off of it.
Yeah.
I do that. I have a couple customers they're just neighbors that saw me and said, "Could you buff my headlights out?" Yeah, $50. Okay, takes
good
me
deal.
15 minutes to do.
I see places doing that for $150.
Yeah,
So
But-
that's a good deal.
so. And then Bonnie saying, "Gee, I'm choking on my drink." Then G laughing back. Ryan Baumgart saying, "Hey guys, happy Thursday. What do you guys see being the next big thing in detailing? For example, ceramics took off and we're the talk of the industry for a long while. Any guesses what will be next?"
I mean, in the case of ceramics, it was a protection product, which protection products of all kinds are the ones that tend to get a lot of the attention from people, just as a matter of speaking. But Other than that, cleaning products, I mean, your rinseless washes, stuff like that, tend to be kind of a hot commodity when a new one comes along or something. But it's all categories. It's like nothing's new under the sun. It's just different approaches to the same ultimate goal.
Yeah. I don't know, though, Ryan. We'll see. It's changing every time.
Yeah. Chris M. says, any suggestions for a coating which can be applied outside that will give a good shine on Pro White? Honestly, Chris,
all of them.
Pretty much all of them we got. What I would suggest, based on the way you asked that question there, this might be the first time you've done this. Maybe, I'm assuming that. Or maybe you've done this before. Try to go for something pretty simple to use, something pretty easy. Maybe a G-Technic XOV5. Maybe use PNS Soul ceramic coating. I'd maybe use a Quick Body or Diamond Body from Diamond Protec. Any of those that are pretty easy to use are going to be, you can use them in sunlight if you want to, or outside. Just do one panel at a time. I think you should be good.
Pretty friendly.
Alex Dewar says, good old BDE.
Big
Belinsky. Energy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in there.
It's all
Go ahead,
good.
Anthony.
Spray on Rain-X will surprisingly take out pen ink super easily from leather.
Oh, there you go.
Haven't tried that.
Yeah. Haven't tried that, but it's worth a shot. Han says, Tom, the leather repair company has an ink remover. Maybe Color Lock has something like that as well. Yep.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Wesley Oak says, 170 just fell out of my pocket and flew to Idaho.
Wild.
What, just now?
Just now. Holy cow.
That's crazy.
But what was it for? That's the curious
I don't know. What'd you
part.
get? What'd you get, Wesley? Super Auto says, Tom, Levi has some Erase Mate pens for you once you get that ink out of the leather. And then, Alex says, don't leave gel sanitizers in a 2001 Dodge Ram 1500 with a 318 Magnum in an Olive Garden parking lot.
Right.
Don't do that.
They'll burst.
They will burst. You'll look
Next
up.
thing you know, it's on the ceiling.
And then there's going to be somebody that walks out of the car handing you your goods and is going to be like, what is going on?
You had it all over your hands.
Yeah.
You're like about to hand them money and they're like, actually, it's free.
An
Just don't
explosion
touch me.
of
hand sanitizer.
Please don't
up,
touch.
Pop it.
No. Nope.
Darren says, I'm ready for the Battle Royale. I already have many videos planned and already at the ready, just in case I'm unlucky. Lots of laughs and lots of cringe at the ready.
Good
Nice,
stuff.
Darren. That's what we like to hear.
And Super Auto, shout out to Terry Funk, died 79 years old.
Oh, man.
Former wrestling star.
Well.
Known from, he was in Roadhouse.
Oh.
He was one of the big guys in Roadhouse.
He was one of the, the one of the.
Joey saying,
bouncers.
rest in peace, Funk Man.
Man.
And then G. Davis, I would love to watch wrestling at your house, Levi, as long as it includes lodging in the Luke Berge Memorial bunk bed. And of course.
It's got a plaque on the side.
I can put a sign on it. I'll sell it to you, G, if you need it.
and
You can just have it.
Still has his AutoZone.
Just pay for shipping.
Still has his AutoZone name tag on, hanging on the side.
It's literally just his employee number written underneath.
Yeah.
Jeff says, have you guys noticed the new suggested ONR dilutions from the V5 gallon label? 2 ounces per gallon for clay lube, 10 ounces per gallon for quick detailer, 6 ounces per gallon for glass and interior cleaner. Seems overkill. Yes, I agree.
I agree.
256 to 1, it still works for all those situations.
Yeah. Considering how long we've been doing 256 to 1, even with this new formula, yeah, I'm still going to use 256 to 1 for everything else besides clay lube.
I was going to say, clay lube is the one exception where I think going a little heavier is okay.
2 ounce, but that's what we've always done.
Yeah. 2 ounces.
We've just done 1 ounce.
6 ounces per gallon, though, well, I'm not saying it wouldn't work. I'm absolutely sure it works great. It's the thought that there's the small 8-ounce bottle, right?
Yeah.
Taking all but 2 ounces of that and dumping it into a gallon, I'd be like, holy smokes.
That's a lot of
It's a lot of product. It would smell amazing, though.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
You know it would.
No question.
Luke Berge says, the bishop refers to Jamie as the Riz god of Foamtown, USA. Jamie going to win the throwdown. Luke's making some big claims.
That sounds
here.
like that's
proclamation already.
Luke the Bishop Berge.
Yeah. Sounds like Luke is in Jamie's corner.
Yeah.
I want to see some people in other corners. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Super Auto.
The new Mattel Jerry the King Lawler action figure would be perfect for the Grand Ambassador winner with crown and all. It's a good one, yeah. And then there's Mazel the Gazelle saying 2 beer Tony became 5 margarita Mazel.
That's what it was.
Okay.
5 margarita Mazel. Yeah.
I mean, if it's 2 beers to 5 margaritas, that's a potent
Yeah.
change there, buddy.
And then Too Fresh saying, thanks, guys. Your answer was very helpful. Now I'm wondering, would you use PNS Pearl in a 1 bucket method? That's all we do, man.
Done and done.
That's what we do. LHF, afternoon, gentlemen. Have you guys had any issues with PNS Defender smearing? Yeah, I have.
And what was your solution?
No solution. I just let it sit.
Oh, okay.
I just left it. What I would probably do is I would either try to hit it with some form of alcohol if I could before it cured. If it's like the next day, then I'd probably just pull out a pad, and I'd probably use either Pure or Ultra Coat on a pad and just buff that high spot out.
Okay.
I haven't tried it, but that's what I would do. And then I just hit it again.
Did using a different towel make a difference at all?
No.
No.
I left it. It was just laziness on my part. I oversaturated it and wiped it and didn't wipe it again.
Oh, okay.
So that's all. Han says Darren will send over all of his bees to hunt down all the Grand Bastards.
Oh, jeez.
Telling you,
We won't
crazy.
call them that. Jeez.
Rick Smith, Wesley saying, Rick, 10-4. I'll use my Buff and Shine Oreo pads with Inno Advanced.
There you go.
Okay. Super Auto saying Jamie the Cleaner's feet strapped to 2 alligator skis skiing behind the TRC turbo airboat through the
Excellent.
swamp.
Yeah.
That's
That's a visual.
that's a shirt right there is what
Yeah.
that is. That is a shirt.
Yeah.
It would be freaking amazing. 2
It
alligator
has to go
jet
around,
skis.
though.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
stomach all the way around. So it's got the print on the front
Yeah.
of us in the airboat.
Yeah.
And then the back is Jamie the Cleaner on his alligators
Yeah.
going behind.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
G. Davis says Jamie had 2 crocodiles until they sued him and Dewar for animal exploitation. and
Wire fraud. Seems like everybody gets hit with that one these days.
Harry Alside, Darren saying 1.5 million bees are ready to go.
Yikes.
Oh, and then Bonnie, Alex, was Olive Garden that dirty that you wished you had hand sanitizer in the restaurant?
Oh no, Tony, I don't know if you understand. Hans closes and says, yikes. Thank God I have loads of sticky caramel around me.
Something to clean.
Yeah. Well, no, it's so it can attract the bees.
Oh, there.
Then Rick Smith, snap a foam cannon on the end of that gator tail, and you have the picture, Jamie the Cleaner for the win.
Oh,
man.
that's so funny.
This
is killing me.
Too fresh. For a 1 bucket method, would you recommend using towels or mitts, and how many of them would you use? 1. Dude, I know it's going to blow your mind, but that's how we do this.
Little crazy.
Foam it, go.
I mean,
Yeah,
Foam it and
honestly,
go,
dude,
man.
most of my washes I'm ever doing at home anymore, it's a 1 bucket. And that's on my wife's vehicle. It's on mine. It's on my family's. It's on any friends that come over for a wash. I just, with the advent of the foam cannon and pressure washing and modern chemicals,
Yeah,
I feel
pre-soaking.
pre-soaking. I feel like we've been able to
There's not much left on the surface that I'm scared of.
we've been able to swerve that second bucket pretty
Yeah.
well.
Well, we
Yeah.
got that Pearl video on my old Volvo where we show a lot of different techniques on the Volvo using Pearl, all the different ways you can use it.
Yeah.
That was a nice one.
Yeah.
Just if you're looking for some tips.
Yeah.
Jamie says, as the official bucket boy, I made sure 5 Marg Mazel made it back to the bus after the Motorlux party.
Good
Appreciate
man.
that, Jamie.
All
Yeah.
right.
And Joe, you saying time to get weird,
Oh, dang. We're already on page 1. Guys, we got to slow down.
and then
Or you got to
Hans
throw more
says-
comments out there. Come on.
I'm not gonna say that.
Oh, no. Okay.
And Bonnie saying the rest of the Mazels are grateful to
dear.
Jamie. Thank you for taking care of him. And then Joey saying, I hope you held his hair back.
Oh.
And then Carson Black, hey guys, been
Hey.
a minute. How you been? Also, Anthony, I messaged the Rag Company Instagram about a Wash Wednesday.
Did you?
He did. He brought by the other day. He brought by and showed off his little GR86 while you guys were in the UK.
Ooh.
Yeah, he showed off
Nice.
to Jimmy and I.
You see that thing? Yeah,
Pretty
I
nice.
wasn't here, but I need to see it. Sorry,
I was going to say, you read those messages, right?
No.
I haven't seen it though. I mean, unless it's
Oh.
unless it's hidden in a request or something
Maybe.
like that, I haven't seen it. I'll have to check again, Carson. Alex says, best halftime show around. Thank you, Alex. Let's see. G. Dave says, I think Dane has the chat set on Puritan. Wonderful comments are being deleted.
I'm literally posting all the comments here.
Yeah, except for that last one that I didn't want to
Well,
say.
no, I still posted it, and then just
Jamie
moved
the
on.
cleaner says, I think your count has been reported to HR.
Yikes.
And then Alex, bring back the down under vent in cars like the 90s Chevys. Dane would be in heaven.
That was a real
80
thing.
airflow.
That's a great vent that needs to be in more vehicles.
Yeah. Harry Housewife, who doesn't love airflow to the old jelly beans.
There you go.
And then last massage I had for my sciatica, I couldn't feel my big toe for at least 2 months.
Oh my God.
Yikes. Okay.
Crazy.
Jeez. No. Why does it have a drive-through menu? My God.
And then Jesus Anthony paid $50 extra for his masseuse to work his quads with an emergency brake handle from a 98 Honda Accord.
I'm sure Yoshi helped.
Sandro, is Diamond Quick Body still available on the website? I'm having trouble finding it. No. So we had an issue with some Diamond Body, so we pulled it from the website. Diamond ProTech is currently working on the product, and when we have an update, we will bring it out.
Yeah.
So
well, there's a solution.
we just wanted to pull it because we
we.
started noticing some issues with the product just on the shelf. So we said, hey, let's pull it. Alert everybody, let them know.
I don't know why.
It's still good if you have product. You can still use it. It doesn't hurt anything.
You gotta scoot over, dude. You're falling off the camera.
I'm sorry, the Dean's face of glove box massage.
That's so funny.
It's just
Nobody
killing
asked
me.
for this.
It's just killing me right now. Man.
Luke Berge, I made the grave mistake of buying a gallon of Optimum car wax. I now can't get rid of it. Just use
It's
it, Luke.
good stuff, Luke.
Use it as clay lube.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Use it as clay lube.
It's awesome for it.
Alex, a camp out in the revised Dothraki Pleasure Tent, a.k.a. Bumper Pull Trailer, is a true East Boise Treasure Valley experience. Exactly.
True.
Yep. And then Too Fresh Detail Studio. Thank you, TRC fan, for all your help. I've been detailing for 2 months and professionally for about a month. This show has been very entertaining and informative to me. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. Means a lot. So, and then Super Auto says Too Fresh, about to Too Shine, or ABD Too Shine. Too Fresh and Too Shine need to get in the recording studio. There you go. And then Randall Gerlander. Hey guys, I bought a KCX FSE. Is it okay to use as a quick detailer on a CSL coated truck? And you explained to me what's the next one? The product. It's hard to find in-depth info. It's basically FSE is a quick detailer with a lime scale remover, meaning that if it's designed that after you wash the car, if you have, let's say you're just using garden hose water,
Fresh water.
and you have a high mineral content and you dry it off, there's a good possibility that any of that residual water as it's dripping down your corners, your edges, any of the leftover stuff, or maybe you miss a spot, that actually can become hard water. So the theory is you take this FSE and you spray it down and wipe the surface, and you're clarifying and cleaning all that mineral off, but leaving shine and protection. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean,
It's basically what it's doing.
think of it like a quick detailer with a water spot remover.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Detail Vault, Anthony.
Says I'm in Darren's corner. Bigot up to the UK massive. I mean, who doesn't want to see him wash himself again? Actually, maybe I'm not in his corner. Only joking. Love you, Harry
Aw.
Beast.
Nice to see some support out there
That's
already.
nice. That's nice. Everyone's picking their teams.
Yeah, love
Frost Inc. says, my wife had a bottle of Chemical Guy's air freshener leak on the leather seat. It is now stained blue. Do you think my only option is to use leather dye?
I mean,
Maybe.
if
If
it's
you
an
haven't
air
cleaned it all
I
off, that oil is probably
Now
penetrated.
I was gonna say, if it's an oil-
blue, do you think my only option is use it was an air freshener? I'm guessing as a hanging air freshener, maybe something like that.
Or like
was
Ivan
it
that one time
like
was
a
polishing
liquid?
seats with a.
Honestly, you can do leather dye. You can find somebody that's trained in the color lock repair system. I don't know. Trying to think.
You could also do what you did, where you get a different bottom for your car.
So seat bottom.
A seat
is it a
bottom.
front seat or back seat?
Yeah. And it's basically the replacement cover. They pull the old one off and they put the new one on. Keep the foam under there. But yeah, you could do that too.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh McKay says, good afternoon, guys. Happy Friday Eve. from Miami, any plans for smaller shipping warehouses to speed up shipping times? Idaho to Miami is a long trip. Josh, who knows? Down the road, there could be like a hub or something like that.
Never.
I'll never say never. It's just
Not likely, though.
from my experience in previous companies that did that, right? It was tough.
Something a little too big for the britches.
It is a little bit. It is, yeah. Your scale has to be pretty big. But Amazon.
I was just saying,
is
Amazon's
great,
the closest thing we have to
Amazon
that right
is
now.
great for that for us.
Yeah, we're on Amazon.
They
the
have
more that we
warehouses everywhere
expand-
that we have product in.
The more that we expand the lines to Amazon, the faster the shipping may be from Amazon to you. But for our website, I don't know. I mean, that would be like if we would have to open a Midwest location because we have Northwest, right? Or unless we go deep south, Georgia.
Correct.
Georgia.
So here's the thing: we have distributors
Or Jamie
all
could
along
distribute for
the
us.
East Coast.
yeah.
People can buy from the East Coast.
Kentucky.
They can buy from Florida. They can buy,
Yeah.
I mean, but Amazon really is your best bet. If you're trying to get quicker, faster shipping, just buy from Amazon. It'll come to you and, you'll get it in Prime. Just make sure you're buying from the rag company. That's all.
But yeah, I mean, before we move on, the other part of it on our website where we have the distributor, as you mentioned, we do have small distributors who are, partnered with us and they carry the products. They may not have everything, but do check
There
those
might be
places
somebody
first
in your area
just to
got a
make
little
sure
boutique.
whether or not you could get those products from there first. Because that'd be great if you could support somebody local.
Yeah.
All right.
Riggs920 says, happy Thursday to my favorite neck stretchers.
Stretching those necks.
Thank you. Harry Horsewife says, Detail Vault, thanks.
Nice.
And then we got G. Davis that says, Dane's Volvo was used in a German action film starring Andrew Werkheiser called Das Love Boat 2. Oh, mein Schnitzel.
mein
Das
mein
Love Boat too.
mein
Oh, mein Schnitzel.
That's so funny.
Oh, dear.
Rick says, I use a 1-bucket wash, clay, and done. Seems like wash and decon is being made way too complicated. Agree, Rick. Agree. Luke, talking about things dripping from the ceiling. How's that sanitation of Dane's massage chair going?
Good Lord.
It's clean. He's keeping it nice.
It's clean. I keep it nice. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yes, sir, TRC gang. And we have G.
Yes,
Davis
sir.
that says, if you guys are free on Sunday morning, I hope you'll come cheer on my triumphant and seductive return to men's
I
recreational
can't wait,
baseball.
G. I cannot wait to see you back in action.
I would cheer on G. Davis.
Gee,
I
you
think
always struck me as an
I mean,
umpire.
they
You'd
could-
have something
it would-
I
sexy
love that
to
it's
say.
that it's his triumphant and yet seductive return. That's what I love about G. He knows how to present himself.
he does on the
Best
baseball
way.
field,
Yep.
right?
Certainly does on
Yep.
the diamond.
One of the greats.
Well,
Han says, yes, Froze Inc., yes, we'll need a re-dye. And then Superado says, Georgia, hands up, come on down. And then Grant F., shout out to Levi. Do you guys say soda or pop? Soda.
I was going to say,
So-
it's interchangeable for me. I like pop because it's one syllable. So it's quick. You say it faster. It's just easy
I just
to
remember
get.
how shocking
grab
it
some
was.
pop down in the
It
garage.
was shocking when I moved to Idaho.
Yeah.
And
Would you like some soda?
and
I like
it's
soda.
and
Some
people
soda?
used pop. And that was actually soda wasn't even where I was in my circles of things where I was going.
Yeah.
Right, as a 15, 16-year-old here in Meridian, Idaho, right, just walking around. Hey, you gonna go grab a pop? Right, I go into the Taco Bell or McDonald's.
Yeah.
What size pop do you want? What size pop? Right, it was literally pop everything. Right, I didn't hear anybody say soda, which was interesting to me.
That's because you lived in Meridian.
I was going to say, I got a distinction
do
when
you
you're
think?
done there
Do you
for
think it was because of Meridian thing?
When there's a distinction I have. My
It was
family,
wholesome though. It
we're
was fun.
We're from Washington. We'd always say pop if we're referring to like a can in the fridge.
My dad says pop.
But if you say a can of, sometimes you say pop, sometimes you say soda. But when you go into a fast food establishment and they have a fountain there, you don't call it a pop fountain, you call it a soda fountain. And
Correct.
that's what we did. So we called it a soda fountain when you're there. But if you're grabbing a can from the garage, it's pop.
Yeah.
That was the general rule.
Yeah,
in
my
our
parents.
household.
So growing up, my parents.
We didn't think about it. We just
My-
did it.
my parents
That's
said pop.
all it was.
Yeah,
like
no.
they said pop. So I was raised under pop. But when I became an adult and started drinking it myself, I always called it soda.
Okay.
Because that's what it was, carbonated beverage. So it was soda for me. So when I met my wife, she said soda.
Yeah.
Because it's a Utah thing. There you get soda. I want to get a soda.
Well, yeah, the name Sodalicious for that business doesn't work if it's pop.
So we would get soda, and currently I am very rich in soda at my home because we were able to buy during the 3 for $15 deals of the 12 packs. And so Carly was able to grab a couple 12 packs. I grabbed a couple 12 packs without knowing that she grabbed 12 packs. So she had come home from the store with soda. I came home from the store with soda. I got 6 12 packs of soda at my house.
So,
and that's what I call it, soda.
Well,
and
I mean,
hey, we're low on soda. Hey, I'm low on soda.
You don't call it baking pop. You call it baking soda.
You want
We're
me to
going to
pick
have
you
a
up
little
a
science
soda?
experiment.
Sure, I'll pick up a soda for you.
I remember.
That's what we say.
I remember. I had a girlfriend when I was like 16 or 17, right?
Yeah.
Her family was from, I had to look it up, Jerome, right?
Ah.
A little north of Twin Falls, Idaho, right?
Yep.
And family lived out in like a farm area with like trailers and stuff, right? And we got out there, and I remember she had her cousins there who were out hunting rattlesnakes, right?
Yeah.
And
That's a thing to do.
no, that's literally, that was like, what do you guys do for fun? Do you guys have any video games? We don't have any video games. We hunt rattlesnakes. I go, yeah, you guys are like 8 though, right? Like you should be.
Does it ever go wrong?
Like, you shouldn't be doing that, right? And they were like, my dad gave me a .22 pistol, and I got snake shot in it. I go, what? So you're just...
Some parents are afraid that their kids are going to, like,
they're
ruin
just
their
these
brains
kids.
playing
Like, they're
video
not like,
games.
it wasn't like a Red Ryder BB gun. Like, they straight up had, like, little, like, Winchester 22s, or Rugers is what they had. They had, like, Ruger 22s, and they're walking around with these. I'm like, what's going on around here? And she's like, it's Jerome. Like, this is just how things go. And I go, okay. I'm like, hey, yeah, you just want to grab a drink. Do you guys have any soda? This was, like, at a family dinner. There was, like, 15 family members that lived there in like the backwoods, not backwoods, like the whatever you would call it, fields of Jerome.
Yeah.
And they all laughed and said, "You call it soda?" And I go, "Yeah, soda." And they were like, "Or you're not from here, are you? You're not from you
Outsider,
do you live? Are
outside.
you from Idaho?" I go, "No, I'm not from Idaho." They go, "Oh, that's funny. Well, she said you were from Idaho." And I'm like, "Okay, this isn't a matter of who's from where, right?
Yeah.
I know somebody. In 20 years, I'm going to know somebody that was a resident
In Jerome, they're
of
going to be quick
Boise
to
of
judge.
900 years, resident of Idaho for
yeah.
900 years."
Can't pull it off like he can.
But yeah, it was just the funniest thing, dude. They like scolded me because I called it a soda. They said, "It's a pop, you weird." I'm like, "Please don't shoot me with your
I love that
Ruger."
your trip to Jerome consisted of them calling you a
little
weirdo for
concerned if
not
it's an
calling
8-year-old
it,
wheel.
for calling
they,
it soda.
they called me a weirdo because I called it soda, and I asked them what they did for fun, and they said they shot rattlesnakes with Rugers all day long. And then I asked them, right? I said, "Are you guys in school?" And they go, "We're homeschooled." And I go, "This makes a lot more sense."
okay. Okay.
Understood.
Yeah.
G. Davis says Dane has a satellite shipping location in Burma available that supports his Asian feet Polaroids and
Oh my
massage chair accessories.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Rick Smith saying if you're in Florida, drive to OG and support Matt and the Rag Company. That's
There you
true,
go.
Rick. You could do that as
Yep.
well. Harry Housewife. So with the dates of Waxstock 24 being released, are you excited already? I haven't even seen the dates yet.
What are
I
the
haven't
dates?
seen the dates.
Darren, can you
Yeah,
let
we
us know
didn't
what
see
the
'em
dates
yet.
are?
Han says, yes, can't wait to go. And then Ron Ayotte says, soda, pop, old school in New England. We call it tonic. Oh,
I always
love
treat
that.
tonic as a different thing. Though.
This
Like
is-
soda water,
I would
tonic
love
water.
calling it a tonic.
I got my
That's
tonic.
That's a sick thing. That's a cool thing to say,
Yeah,
right?
tonic is old school, but in
Like,
a cool way.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the gas station and grab
This
a
was
tonic.
designed
right?
to help your stomach aches.
I'm gonna grab a lemon lime tonic. Oh, that's sweet. I'm gonna grab a cola tonic, right?
Yeah.
That sounds
Pepsi
cool.
tonic.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
it sounds weird if you say gin and pop or
Yeah.
gin
Yeah.
and soda. Just
David
doesn't-
Boyce saying, we
doesn't
said
flow right.
pop growing up here in the city of Chicago.
There
And then
you
Luke
go.
Berge, we just call it soda around here. That's right. And then Graham says, do you want some fizz here in the UK? Oh, all right.
Fizz, okay.
And then King Haswell and other places asking what flavor Coke you want. Yeah,
Okay, that's a southern thing.
Yeah,
that's a
I know,
southern
In the
I've had,
South,
yeah.
it's like what Coke you want, and then you have to pick. Do you want a Mountain Dew, or do you want a
Dude.
even a Pepsi or a Dr Pepper or
I
whatever
went
it
to
is?
Arkansas once. That was a question.
Coke is the
Yeah.
catch-all.
What kind of Coke do
for
you That's what they
soda,
say in Texas,
pop,
too.
You
What
name
kind
it.
of Coke do you want? I was at McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
And they gave me a hamburger that had far too much pepper on it. There's a lot of black pepper on things in Arkansas. I don't know
That's
why.
because
that
down
is.
there the marketing it's just synonymous.
Yeah.
It's the thing.
Bonnie says Californians never say pop. Hearing people say pop made me laugh when we were in Boise. it's true. California would never say pop. And then Joey says soda has been disappointing me since moving to Sacramento. It's like a no carbonation zone up here. Every can, bottle, or fountain drink is always a sad time.
Just flat.
Oh, man.
Super flat.
Can't imagine that. G. Davis says, when I think of wholesome soda, I think of the summer Anthony was a camp counselor in Boise's disadvantaged Portuguese community summer camps.
Oh, dear.
Oh, man.
Then Darren Hans, if my wife would let me, I would just be sat at the DoubleTree in Coventry already, just waiting.
That's a long way, brother.
Take her with you.
Yeah, bring her with you.
Rick Smith, Cousin Eddie dumped the snakes out and kept the kids busy for hours.
Yeah, dude. It's
dump out the
basically
snake.
it's straight up, man.
All these kids will be fine.
G. Davis, Jerome Fields was the name Dane used to lure the swirl police to a posh hospital in Coventry.
There's no such thing as a posh hostel in Coventry.
And then Mazel the Gazelle saying, don't confuse Bonnie for being me. It's actually her.
Oh,
And she's
okay.
far more beautiful and 80% the detailer I am. So give her some
perfect.
credit.
We
We
didn't know-
loved her.
I
I said it
didn't
was
know.
Bonnie, and I
Is
said
she going to be
hello.
insulted that you only gave her 80%, though?
I
That
didn't
feels
know.
a little...
I straight up thought it was just Tony too, man.
Tony too.
Second Tony
Yeah.
account.
Okay, so it really is Bonnie. Okay, we
Darren
take back all those things you
saying,
said. You're
very
great.
rarely do you hear the word soda in the UK. Usually just a fizzy drink, or we call them by their brand names like Coke, Fanta, Monster.
That is
etc.
true. That is true. Jack
definitely heard
just
that.
called them. Yeah, I'm
Pepper.
gonna have a Dr Pepper. I'm gonna have a Coke. And he's like he specifies.
It's more matter of fact.
I need a
specific.
Dr Pepper. Okay,
Yeah.
will anything else do? Nope.
Get
That one.
Dr.
I need
Dr.
that
Pepper.
one.
Yeah, or us getting an iron brew.
Yeah,
brew.
Iron brew. Yeah,
Earn.
I need that.
Earn.
Right. Well, I did say when we were over there, I said I would like an Orangina. I would like to find an
yeah.
Orangina. Is it Orangina, however you say it.
Yeah,
That's what I wanted.
Like that.
Probably
Luke says the
Orangina.
fun me and my buddies did
Sure.
growing up was
Pretty
mainly
sure.
shooting candles at Roman candles at each other. There were many injuries. And then
I
he says,
bet.
hey, watch it, Anthony. I was homeschooled too.
I know, no, there's nothing wrong with that, Luke. Homeschooling is great.
And then Darren says 20 to the
sound
21st
so
of July is when Wax Dog is happening for 2024. And then Ricardo B
There we go.
saying, what's up, TRC crew? I dropped by OG to pick up some products and TRC towels to wash all the bug guts off my car from the drive. Anthony, that Evo is so clean. I saw it in person.
Oh,
He's talking
okay.
about
Yeah.
not your
Ricardo B.
Evo.
went
At
down
first,
to
I
South
was
Africa.
talking about your
reason,
Evo.
I
I
go,
was like,
thanks for
"What?"
thanks. And I
He
go,
went down to OG.
Dude,
OG.
I'm
Yeah.
jealous. I do want to go down and check it out. I imagine it's like perfect.
We need
yeah.
to set up a visit.
I just want to go smell it. I want to go
Oh,
smell
yeah.
it. I just want to like get in there and be like, yeah, this smells like
How many miles did your Evo have when you bought it?
49,000. It was not.
So by that point, the new car smell was gone. Still smells like an old Japanese car.
it still had a little bit of that leathery scent to it, a little bit.
But the plastics and the leather have a distinct smell.
Yeah, but that's weird. Like the '90s Hondas still smell the same, right?
Yeah.
kind of mildewy, kind of just old.
A little bit.
Japanese.
Well, yours had wet dog in it.
and cigarettes.
Yeah.
Which honestly kind of added to the vibes, right? I kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, when I put
That's
my
a
air
little more
fresheners
JDM.
in there,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind
Yeah.
of nice. My squash air freshener with that light
Cigarette?
scent of cigarette.
Squash
is
air
quite nice.
fresheners are the bomb. They're
And
so
Kevin
good.
saying, tonic, Ron, you just aged yourself. And then Graham posting the dates as well. Thank you. And he goes, that blew me away when I was last in a NYC. The soda machine had so many different flavors of different sodas. By the time I chose my drink, my wife had finished eating and went back to our hotel.
Oh.
Yeah. G. Davis, Dane burned books in Georgia while enjoying a Diet Mr. Pibb.
My mom's favorite was Mr. Pibb. She loved Mr. Pibb.
Yeah.
Not Dr. Pepper. Mr. Pibb was her thing.
You know what I just absolutely hate? I hate that Sierra Mist. That name could no longer be used,
And they had to
and
call
now
it
it's
Starry.
called Starry.
I have a
branding?
12-pack of Starry at my house. Zero sugar Starry.
I hate it.
When I
hate
first
they
saw that
call
in the
it
store, I was so confused. I'm like,
I like
it's
the
got
branding
very
of it.
bold branding
Yeah,
that
I
looks
like the
interesting,
branding.
but I can't shake the feeling that it
the
feels like a
name.
knockoff.
I don't know
It's
why
weird.
No,
The
they
name.
they canceled
No,
Sierra
I would
Mist and
rather
changed
have
it to
a
Starry.
Shasta than
Yeah.
drink a Starry,
Yeah.
right? Drink. Would you rather? Hey, can I grab you a Shasta or can I grab you a Starry? You're gonna say a what? I don't want that weird name that you just said second.
Yeah, Pop
What you
always.
got against
So
stars?
here's what it is. Pop in
Can
my
of
head
purple?
is Shasta. So Pop in my head is Shasta.
Yeah,
That's how I see it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Soda
That's-
is the
or
big names.
RC Cola,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Would be a pop, right?
Yeah.
But see, RC Cola
It's like a
is
lower level.
It's a lower level, but it's an OG.
what I see.
It's its own thing.
No, RC Cola
It was
is
never
its own.
like,
Mountain
It's not
Thunder?
a Shasta
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
not a
situation.
What is it called? Mountain Thunder or
RC
Dr.
Cola,
Thunder? Something
Tab.
like
That's
that.
one of those.
Tab, those ones like that are their
Well,
own
RC Cola
thing.
and Tab were sugar-free.
Right, but I'm talking about in
before.
terms of just like brands
were-
that were, at least could stand on their own two legs
Correct,
instead
but
of
they
being a
were
knockoff
they
of
were always as
others.
a sugar-free soda.
Do you guys,
Sure.
do you guys remember Wired energy drinks?
Oh, Diet
love
Right?
it. Mhm.
Oh, Diet
Remember
Right.
Wired, right? Remember Wired?
Diet Right was funny because it was because that was RC was Royal Crown. Diet
Yeah.
Right was the sugar-free one, but
Yeah.
Tab was always a sugar-free.
Wired, though. Wired and the Winco machines.
Wired,
Wired was a-
Like
it was
disturbingly
50
cheap. It was like
cents.
50
Yeah.
cents. And you're like, how can that possibly be that cheap? And then you drink
For
it and you go,
the size of an energy drink. You
I
go,
don't know. It tastes
really
like the more
tastes the
expensive energy drinks. but-
Guarana extract or whatever.
Guarana. It's an
Guarana.
iguana. There's an iguana in here. Wow, we are going off the rails, but that's why this is the second half. You got 15 minutes with us.
Bonnie
left,
says,
people.
"Yeah, I'm insulted."
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Bonnie. We didn't mean
and
it.
then,
Oh, no, she meant about the 80% thing that
Yeah.
he said, I think.
And then Joey says, "Orange Gina."
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And
Wonderful.
then G. Davis says, Mazel the Gazelle. Tony, please don't underestimate yourself. And then Graham says, Orange Gina, shake the bottle, wake the drink. And Luke
Wake it
says, I very rarely drink soda anymore, but I will definitely lean towards Pepsi rather than Mountain Dew anymore. Good boy.
Wow.
Interesting.
Look at that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
mean-
Jamie the Cleaner says, I'm going to miss those Mountain Dew reviews, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
same.
And then G. Anthony and the couple from Larry Miller Honda are giving away a weekend trip to Emmett with free and unlimited Orange Gina.
There may be a slight amount of radiation in it. Just a little. Give it that tang.
Oh, please. I think I'd already have enough tang. Luke Berge says, Jamie, don't mean I can't still do Dewski reviews. Just don't drink them much anymore. Luke, we never got a flaming hot Mountain Dew review from you.
No, he didn't.
That sounds
and I
disgusting.
know, but somebody's going to drink it. It's going to be Luke. We need him to give us his review.
Well,
All right. So, next chance you get, please leave a review
Dane.
in the Rag Company discussion group on Facebook so we can all see.
Yeah.
And anybody else who wants to see that, join the Rag Company discussion group on
Dane,
Facebook.
why don't
where
you
all the
volunteer
action
to do like a
happens.
review like that on your Twitch stream?
that'd be great.
I mean,
The Flamin' Hot
guess I
Dew.
could. That's not something I would ever drink, though.
I know.
Ever.
That's what makes it so much more fun.
Ever.
Rick Smith says, growing up, all the Coke smelled like liquor.
Interesting.
that.
I can see that. Yeah.
Every Coke smells like a Jack and Coke.
Sam M says, Anthony, when is the 1 year BD36 update coming on the Toyota? Cheers, guys. Actually, that's a great
pretty
point.
soon.
Back to detailing.
No,
Here we
we're
go.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're in August, right?
Yeah.
This was literally when we coded that car.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I just need to bring it in. We just need to wash it. However, our studio is going to be turned into a storage facility for about 5 days next week.
That's
Not 5
wishful
days,
thinking.
Oh, okay. How long?
Potentially till the end of the year.
See, called it. When other people were saying, "Oh, it's going to be like
No,
a day or
and
two,"
it's-
and I'm like, "There's no
And
way." It's
originally,
only
we
gonna
thought
be
it'd
that
be
long.
the front half, like we'd be able to save the front half, the
No,
white
it's the
room and the dance
full
floor.
thing.
They're using the entire, all
Except for the
5,000
white
square
room.
feet.
Yeah.
Except for the white room, they're going to use 4,500 square feet.
So that outdoor wash bay is going to get some
Everything
use.
is going to get taken. Ooh. And we hope it's 5 days, but it might be 5 months.
Oh dear, we have so
Crazy.
much square footage for storage space here at TRC, and yet we have that much product here that it just
Yeah.
Crazy.
occupies
What it is,
all
we're
these
trying to.
Well-
So we've got the new warehouse next door.
Yeah.
They have to clear that out to. The problem is we got more product, no place to put it, so they're putting it in here.
It needs to be
Then
protected, covered.
That building needs to be cleared out
No.
once we get our occupancy, and once that's done, then they can build the shelving racks, and then that stuff can all disappear.
but not before that.
Sounds like we're doing videos at our homes.
Sounds
right?
like we're doing videos.
yeah,
on
you're
our
going to
house.
see a wave of new
We just need to build a
videos.
budget to deck out my garage, Dane's garage, and Levi's garage to justify that for our new filming location.
for
Agreed.
work purposes,
Agreed.
people.
That's what I'm saying, write-offs.
All right, Graham.
Marshall says Orangina can be added to the Waxstock 2024 treat list.
Oh, man,
Graham knows it really can. So Orangina is one of my favorite drinks next to Portuguese sumols, which very
Ooh,
few
sumos.
people have had a sumol before, but it is
They're quite good.
the passion fruit sumol is by far one of my favorite sodas ever made. G. Davis says Sierra Mist was also the name of the first movie Dane worked on in California.
She was a nice lady.
Oh, man. Sierra Showers, am I right?
They should have called it Sierra Mist
need a
V5 for Starry. And then Brett G, I'm here for that hot soda talk.
Man.
And then G. Davis,
right?
I just watched John Wick 4. Levi was spot on saying cutting 45 minutes of it would have been a good idea.
Yeah, that's totally valid.
Luke says, I'll try to find a flaming hot dew for you. And then Slack Pyro says, I'd give you my Prime subscription for a review on Twitch.
Oh, man. Okay, now I got to do it.
Prime sub. And then G. Davis also need Luke to do a video on slip and fall truck one.
Oh, crap.
That was an amazing video.
What's the best product to use a topper on to maintain a car coated with Diamond Body 36? So, Ron, I really do like Inspiration. The other one I like would be Hyperseal, especially on Diamond Body 36. I think Hyperseal would work really well on it. And then, of course, Quick Body. So, yeah. And then Ron says, Dane, Anthony, and Levi will rent rooms in their homes for towel storage. I'm about there. If the money's there, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I just want to see him try to drive up my driveway with the forklift and just watch it.
Luke Berge says, I tried kicking that mango slushy at Burger King. Was not a fan. And then G. Davis, Dane will use the extra space to open up his dream store, Disco Pants and Haircuts.
What a combo.
Yeah. Then Ricardo B says, I recommend more relatable garage videos to fill the void of wash videos.
I mean,
that's
we've
something
got
we could do.
videos
So
in the
one that
queue.
I've kept proposing is my dad's shops. Honestly, going to our parents' garages and adding those just to kind of see where we came from.
Sure.
So people can kind of see that.
Mine's just a normal.
I'd rather have a dirty.
We've already done a tour.
normal
of your
garage.
No, my
His-
parents'
yeah.
garage is just a normal.
But that's what I
garage.
mean, like, because that's where the start of what our garages have become is
Yeah.
based on what
It's
our
not
parents'
my-
garages are.
My dad has a bunch of dead animals on the walls.
So
It's just they're just
you
stuff.
you can see the juxtaposition.
What?
This is what I grew up with. Why I don't like it. It's like why you said, like, you know,
It's
I
well
decorate a lot of
organized. There's just
Yeah.
a lot of stuffed animals.
Yeah. But like you were saying, like Katie grew up with a mom who loved a ton of Halloween decorations. Right?
Yeah.
She doesn't like a lot of Halloween decorations
Yeah.
now. She likes a little more clean, a little more
Yeah.
relaxed. However, you want to be
Yeah.
crazy with Halloween decorations.
I wanted to get away from taxidermy.
It's basically what I'm saying.
yeah.
You wanted less taxidermy.
Those animals just
but I would
wanna
love
go
to
away in
see
peace.
the amount of taxidermy that forced you to go away from it.
Oh, man.
Well, that's
all
so
I'm saying.
you'd see it and you go, okay, so no taxidermy, right?
Right.
But just why do you have just white walls with nothing on them,
Right.
right? Because I just want it to look pure
Right. Yeah.
and clean.
But then we go to your dad's and you're like, oh, I see.
yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
No.
yeah,
You go to my dad's and you go, oh, I see the amount. I see where he gets it from.
yeah,
My dad's a clutter hound. I'm a clutter hound.
yeah. I don't know what I am actually, but I really, we'll see what we
Yeah.
can do about our garages.
The Harry
Sumo
housewife.
Orange is available in my local Portuguese shop. Amazing,
Yes.
Darren, you have to have it if you haven't had it before.
The fact you have a local
It's-
Portuguese shop is cool.
We don't have any of that here in Idaho, though. There's no local Portuguese place.
Ricardo B says they also have a passion fruit sumo.
No,
But
that's
in my opinion,
Yeah,
pineapple
that's the one he's
sumo is
talking
the
no.
about.
The passion fruit is my favorite. Pineapple is also very, very good.
How's the orange?
Orange is good. I think it was like my
Because
least
I've had the passion
picked
fruit
one. That's the one I brought you.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
It's lightly carbonated. It's got that. It's
Yeah.
like that juicy taste to it.
It's good.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
It's very
Portuguese
good.
just do everything the best. I'm sorry.
Well, that's a bold statement.
It is, but it is. It's true. Dane.
Luke says, let me tell you.
Of course, a Portuguese guy would
Everything's
say
delicious.
that.
Luke says, let me tell you, that incident with washing that truck was by far my least profitable detail job. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trip
going to the hospital will do that.
Poor Luke. That was a hard fall.
Oh, man.
G. Davis
You're
is
lucky
a
it wasn't
weekend
worse.
detail at home series with Levi. I don't know if the team could follow me along for one of those.
Oh.
I mean, they could. I just don't think It would frustrate me because I'm trying to get the car done in the amount of time that I want to do it. It's more of a set up some cameras and
it's
just
you
watch
and me in that Jeep Patriot video all over again where I was super mad you wouldn't just slow down and let me get the shots.
Keep in mind, if any of us were there, especially if I'm there, no work is getting done. We're going to start walking and talking about other things around the house. Like, Levi will say, do you see my latest feature over here? I'm like, is that an outdoor couch? And it is. I'm like, why do you...
That is the discussion.
That's
Augie
trash.
said that the other day. He goes, we drove by and he goes, there's a couch for free outside. And I go, yeah. And he
People
goes,
do that.
I could put that in front of the garage and I could sit and play on the tablet or my Nintendo and I'd be outside. And I go,
it's not weatherproof.
Not on that couch. Like that.
But if you wonder where he gets that from, it's from you.
A raccoon has probably burrowed into it already.
That's our outdoor couch.
Yeah. There's a family of raccoons.
Hey, I was a
burrowed
guy
into it.
that when I had my house in my college age, my couches were outdoor couches.
Yeah.
You'd carry them outside, sit outside on a Friday night, drink some beers, hang out, watch the kids walk by.
That sounds like my
because I lived
time.
on campus.
Yeah.
You know, and then you'd bring it in that night before you got too wasted.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't leave it outside.
That's just responsible home ownership.
Right?
Because, you'd be worried the sprinklers, it could rain, the dogs could climb on it.
As soon as it gets wet, game over. That thing's staying outside.
But I had two couches that we'd carry them in and out. They're lightweight. That was something I looked forward to in a couch was lightweight portability.
High back, low back?
It was a low back. But it was like, you want to be able to lift it, test the weight.
Can it
make it through doors? Stuff like that.
Well, in college, I lived in the basement of a house in a split level, and I had my couch that I loved, but it was like an earth tone from the 70s, low back, kind of mid-century style thing. It was perfect. It was light, like you were saying, and we'd take it outside.
I had a hot pink couch and a black couch with purple pinstripes.
Wow,
a beautiful combination.
Mine was asymmetrical, but it was brown, orange, and mustard yellow. Yeah, it was a real treat.
Mine was like a dark olive brown with a little bit of green in it. There was also a little bit of orange in it, right? It was like that woven, like that heavily densely woven. Yeah. It was a sectional, right? That one of our friends got out of high school, or he got it from his parents who were rich, right? Lost everything in 2008, right?
Yeah.
They lost their house and everything. They also lost their couch, right? We got the couch.
That's the real
right?
tragedy.
Yeah. And so it was probably like a couple $1,000 couch, and we got this, moved it into our college place. It was so funny. My friend was so protective over that couch. After the first party, he didn't care at all about it. Don't drink on the couch, drink on the couch. First rager we had, they was like, whatever. Whatever happens on that couch. And then we could question everybody who said, I'll sleep on the couch. I'm like, you don't want to sleep on that.
No.
Don't.
We had sheets to throw on the couch for people that
No, we were animals.
Sam M. Gents, if I polish my car with a one-step after one brutal winter season, I'm removing CSL and EXO V5, or I'm just removing EXO since CSL needs a heavy compound to remove it?
Just probably EXO.
Yeah.
Okay. So you might have to put EXO on again. Alex says the Meridian Marmot would look great on a bathroom wall as taxidermy, Anthony.
It's true.
Oh, dear.
And then G. Davis, how about a special inside look at the Canadian Reels Club? That's a good idea.
Nice.
Then Darren, we have quite a lot of shops in my local city from all around the world. It's fantastic. According to a recent poll, there's 88 different languages spoke in my local city of Cambridge.
It sounds
crazy.
confusing and fun.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then he says, as it's close to that time, thanks again, everyone, for a fantastic stream. Everyone, to make sure you go like and give these guys some loves.
Oh, thanks,
please.
buddy.
And the one who shall remain nameless. Oh, the Portuguese sumal to wash down some chorico in a fresh Portuguese pop.
How about that?
And then Luke, hey, that's one of the luxuries of a Ford Excursion. The backbench seat pulls up and rolls out with one lever. Got a leather couch anywhere you go. That is a nice feature.
Suburbans do that too on the third row.
No, they don't. Third row.
Not with one lever.
No, third row comes out but does not go back up. You cannot open a third row.
Because my dad used to take the third row out all the time.
Yeah, you can take it out, but it stays collapsed. It does not unlock and open. Okay. It's unable to.
Gotcha.
Unless it's closed back in.
Yeah.
G. Davis, Grand Ambassador Showdown starts with Augie stabbing each contestant, and whoever survives wins.
My God.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then Darren, to the other Grand Ambassadors, FYI, the first place is mine, so you all can start dreaming about it now.
That's great.
Right.
And then Luke Berge with a super chat. He made it
in.
all the way through. Let it be known on this day, Luke Berge made it all the way through.
2 hours.
Here.
2 hours.
He was here.
Kudos to Luke with $20, saying here's to another great Q&A. And then Alex, thanks for this, guys. Appreciate it, everybody.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you so
Thank you
much,
so
guys.
much.
everybody who watched, who listened. We appreciate you all. And once again, this wouldn't be the same show without you guys. You bring the questions, you bring the humor and the charm, and we just try and keep up. That's how it works. But as I said before, you can keep the fun going if you want over at the Rag Company discussion group over on Facebook there, where the guys are always having some fun. And of course, click like on this video so that it gets out in front of more people. We can keep this train rolling. And if you're not subscribed to the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel, or the Rag Company main channel, or the Rag Company FAQ channel, please do so, because we keep stuff coming out all the time. It's helpful, it's fun, and most importantly, it involves you, because you leave the comments and keep it lively. So thank you again, and we will see you next week on the Rag Company Podcast. Till then, have a great weekend.
See ya!